Hello!
Hi, welcome!
Hi, everybody!
Glad to have you.
Yeah, let's
Oh.
chill in this little lobby while we wait for everyone to get in.
Yeah. And
Normally we have the stream open for a little bit before we unmute, but let's
Since
have
people
a
are already
huddle.
here. Oh god.
Yeah, we kind of wanted to...
Let's have a huddle.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna post on our Twitter that we're live, and then...
Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah, hi, Dumpy. Hi, Kana.
Hello! Not
Not you, Kana. Not you, Kana. That Kana.
Don't fucking yell at me!
I'm not yelling at you. I'm sorry. I know you're sensitive.
You better be. Okay,
Okay, I'm sorry.
I will copy this, create post.
Why am I thinking of, Okay, stay with me.
Yeah?
Stay with me.
Hi!
So stay with me. Green
Yeah.
Real Sohiori on top of Chris Rock. Shin Tsukimi Sohiori on Will Smith.
Oh!
And then keep Kana's name out your fucking mouth!
That's really funny.
Well, I know what I'm making.
That's really funny.
Keep Kana's name out your fucking mouth!
To enjoy. Say hi. And then I'll post the link.
Yeah, just...
And then I'm going to copy this.
Sorry, I'm watching... Hi,
And
Neo!
I'm just gonna throw it in Kevin's
I'm watching-
server.
I'm watching the skeleton in the back.
What's the scallops?
And I'm actually gonna let Jumpy know. Okay, we're ready.
Yeah?
Yeah, I posted it everywhere, so
You wanna get in the
should be-
game?
good to go. Yep.
Alright. Oh, just
I
switch up.
should.
What?
Oh yeah, make sure you screen share.
Yep, screen
Oh,
share
yeah,
so we
yeah,
can
yeah, yeah. I
see.
got
Okay, and then I'm gonna open the stream chat so that
It's situated.
okay.
Get everyone situated.
Thank you guys for bearing with us while we get stuff ready. Yeah, so
Oh, self-promo. There we go.
there it is.
I'm gonna switch over to the game.
Alright.
You thought it was your turn to die, but it was actually Zero Escape.
We are playing 999. We got you, April Fools.
What did I say?
It's April 1st, baby. We played Zero Escape. Yeah, way. We got you so good. You
got
really
you.
thought.
We got you!
Absolutely ownalized.
Ice 9.
Oh, plastic. No, I'm sorry.
Funny Sudoku!
Oh yes, we're gonna play the shit out of some Sudoku, baby.
Anyways, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just getting the game.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not, Neo.
I mean, okay.
It's
To be fair, 999 like revolutionized the genre in which Your Turn to Die came from.
This game's fiction.
Mhm.
So we're playing Your Turn to Die's grandpa.
the
We
the
played this game
senile-
like a year ago or something like, or 2 years ago or
Oh.
something like. No,
Yeah,
it was like 2
Way
years.
longer
Yeah.
than
almost. We are
Almost
playing
3?
your grandma. Yeah, it's been almost 3 years because we played it. We played AI in December of 2019,
Right.
and we played that after all of the Zero Escape games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Forgot I had
will
to
actually-
advance the like screen myself.
Oh,
we will actually be playing Your Turn to Die at some point.
At some point.
yeah, we are actually going to play Your Turn to Die. So one day it won't be clickbait.
Yeah, we just wanted to. Oh, we wanted to clickbait the shit out of it. We're so
just wanna have
sorry.
Last year we did Chug Jug.
Yeah, that was funny. I really liked that video.
The Chug Jug is good.
Yeah. Do you think we should also do the funny side game
Maybe.
where we can sympathize with Mishima and not call him a pedophile finally?
Yeah, we need to play it specifically to give Mishima justice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open. As he adjusted to the light, he realized that he didn't recognize his surroundings.
hey, Jim. Yeah, they just made it. Yeah, pro tag.
Yeah. Okay. With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw out his hands to steady himself, but he found himself groping in empty air. His balance lost, and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down to the cold gray floor. God damn it.
I love the beginning of
What
this
the
game.
hell?
Cause like it's just like Junpei's kinda just a dude.
And then he gets a bolo tie.
Junpei
Oh,
glared
man.
around the room, still trying to
That's
determine where he'd woken up.
God damn it! God damn it! They left my bolo tie at home.
No, he doesn't. This is pre-bolo tie.
Oh, I don't know.
This is free bolo tie.
You think that? You
Were you
think that
saying
maybe?
secretly he wears a bolo tie?
Oh, absolutely. That's why he wears like Keiichi Maebara like vests and shit. Dwayne, would you believe me if I said I have this whole opening memorized word for word?
Holy shit.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's
Right.
incredible.
Junpei glared around the room, still trying to determine where he'd woken up.
I mean,
The
first
fall
of all,
had
yes, I
shaken the
would
last
do it.
cobwebs of sleep from his mind, and finally he understood where he'd fallen from. It was a bed. 3-level bunk bed, in fact. Junpei had fallen, apparently, from the topmost bunk. His shoulder hurt, his knee hurt, his hip hurt, his entire body hurt. He could feel a bump forming on his forehead where he'd slammed it against the low ceiling. He wondered if that bump was the reason he felt his vision wavering a bit, but that seemed unlikely. At first, he thought the tremor that ran through his leg was just another effect of his rude awakening. As he looked around, he realized it was real. The whole room was shaking.
Muito real.
It was an earthquake, he wondered. Or was it an earthquake, he wondered? It didn't seem likely. It was shaking far too quickly for an earthquake.
Jumpy says they also have the entire Tenmyoji ending letter memorized.
Man.
Wow.
It's like how I, to this day, still have the first episode of Danganronpa Abridged thing memorized word for word.
What's wrong with you?
I
Then again,
I used to have one of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series episodes memorized.
don't know. Fair enough.
uh,
We both suck.
then again, Junpei had no idea what it was, if not an earthquake. He tried to tell himself it was important. Junpei rubbed the growing bump in his head and gingerly climbed to his feet. With balance regained, he finally took his first
I don't
good
have
look
anything
around the
memorized
room.
because I found my last legs as a human being. Thanks.
And muttered to himself, "Where am I?" His pain momentarily forgotten in the face of the confusion of his circumstances, Junpei looked around the room once again.
If only they knew Moha. Nice.
Minutes passed while Junpei struggled to get his bearings.
Adachi.
You just noticed the Adachi on my overlay?
No, no, no.
No, I feel like they were just exclaiming about Adachi because they could.
Then, as suddenly as they had begun, the tremors ceased. Cold silence
I
fell over the
do-
room.
I do really like the Adachi up there.
Yeah.
He's the 10th man.
He's the 10th member.
Yeah.
From somewhere far away, Junpei could hear the sound of metal squeaking.
He was the 10th member, but he hated women so much that they were like, let's keep you in the trunk.
He felt his stomach tighten. There was 1,000 things the sound could have been, but none of those things he could think of were good. In an attempt to distract himself, Junpei looked around the room once more. There was a stove that looked more antique than functional. The three-level bunk bed had mattresses that were so thin they were little more than blankets. On the other side of the room was an identical bed. Set in the wall between the beds was a slightly dirty iron door.
I'm really upset at the layout of this room.
Yeah?
I'm not gonna go kitchen mode. I'm not.
There's not a kitchen in here.
I know, but it's like the interior design brain is just like, this sucks.
First thing Junpei noticed about the door was a number roughly emblazoned across it. On the surface of the door in red paint, someone had written,
That's how many minutes you have left to
5.
live.
5? What's
You-
this 5 mean? Suspicious and utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly.
I have Llamas with Hats memorized because I was forced to watch it during church.
Oh, llamas with
Wow.
hats.
Jumpy, your life just kind of doesn't, like, the truth is stranger than fiction, where it's like, that shit's fucking
Oh,
ridiculous.
That's not real.
That's not real. There's no way that's real.
Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed a hold of the L-shaped handle. A push yielded no movement, and a pull the same results.
Did you know on Tumblr right now you can scrub your dirty screen?
Oh.
You can also have crabs take over your screen.
Wow.
Good.
A few more tries summoned to the truth in Junpei's mind. It wouldn't open. It didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved, the handle wouldn't budge. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader. It didn't take a genius to figure out that odd-looking device was keeping the door shut. Junpei knocked hard on the door. Hey! Hello? Is anyone there? Open the door! There was no response. Junpei threw his left fist into the door
Oh.
and stopped. What the hell is this? He wasn't really sure what else to say. On his left wrist was a bracelet of a sort he'd never seen before. In the center was a large LCD display. It looked like nothing else so much as a watch, but it clearly wasn't that. And after all, it showed only a single number. 5. That's the same as the door. True, the numbers were the same, but he had no idea what that might mean. All he knew was that it was strange and new, and he wanted it off. He flipped his hand over as if to remove a watch, but the other side of the bracelet was solid, no buckle, no clasp, nothing. He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim of the face, perhaps...
I mean, Jumpy, I guess it only makes sense that they made you watch it to be like, this is bad. I don't know.
I used to have Charlie the Unicorn memorized.
Ah.
Wow, you're fucking old.
What?
He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were no... Okay, I wrote that. Pushed them, nothing happened. On a watch, they might be dials for adjusting date or time, but on this bracelet they did nothing. Junpei was at a loss. What was he gonna do? Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However... Damn!
Man,
That's no good.
This is a really cool watch, though.
Yeah.
Is it Rolex? Holy shit!
Damn thing
They
won't
really
come
went all
off!
out.
Steel ring ran from the face, around Junpei's wrist, and back into the face. He wouldn't be pulling the bracelet off any time in the near future. What the hell is the deal with this thing? Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix as the reality of the situation began to fully dawn on Junpei.
It's not even quartz. What is this fucking garbage?
So much was happening, and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as though he were about to explode. Where
Christmas
am I?
tree update, Jumpy.
Why the hell am I here? Why? What the hell happened to me?
Because I said so. Jumpy, please give us an update about the Christmas tree kid.
Oh. It was at that moment that he noticed the window. The window was round, rimmed in riveted brass, like the window of an early 20th century ship. What? Wait, am I in a ship?
What?
What? Junpei walked slowly toward the window. He could see nothing beyond it but thick, impenetrable darkness.
Oi, 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 Junpei, you are in the sex boat.
Party time. It's party time.
It's party time. Where's that singing coming from?
Junpei squinted, trying to see something, anything. It was at that moment. You gotta be kidding me. What the hell is going on? Then Walter.
See, this is why you use protection on the sex boat.
Ah.
Nice. I just got this page.
Cracks split the glass of the window, and for a moment Junpei stared at it. Then the window burst and water began to pour into the room. What the hell? God damn it! Junpei yelled and spun around, his feet slipping on the water already coming through the window. He ran for the door. Hey! Anyone? Is anyone there? Come on, if you're there, say something.
Party time. It's party time.
Stop singing and help me!
I can't. I'm a dog.
I can't, I'm just a dog.
What do you mean you're a dog?
And it's party time, I gotta sing if it's party time. There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. It was now ankle deep on the floor and was quickly rising toward his knees. Things were not looking good for Junpei. Not good at all. He needed to find a way out, and quickly. Junpei ran a hand across his forehead and brushing the sweat out of his eyes and looked around the room. With the dome.
And then Junpei realized there was zero escape.
Oh, wait. Ow.
2 credits roll.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, cool.
And then I am the wind plays.
Bad ending?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know how to play the game.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know more than you.
You know more than me?
No, I'm saying you're telling the game. I know more than you.
I know how to play the game.
I know you better than you know yourself, video game.
I can press start. I don't have my controller on. I'm just doing this with the mouse. I mean the stylus.
Right, stylus.
I don't want to click on that. God damn it. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Junpei. Stop talking.
Do you use your drawing tablet for DS games?
No, I'm using a mouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, yellow text. It was
There's
funny
no
the
way
first
more than
fucking
the game
time.
knows itself. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Honestly.
Jumpy? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just give me the thing. Yeah. Cool. Yep. There's that.
Like it's a talent.
Oh
It's
my
like how
God. I forgot how much tutorial text there was in the opening room.
Oops. It's like how I know like way too much about fucking Spirit Hunter.
And then I remember the fucking the suitcases that every time you like exit from them, it tells you how to do it every time. Well, I did not want to click on the sync. I wanted to click back. Way to go, super shit. Okay, thing. Give me the screw. That was the key. That's the screwdriver. See? Yeah.
Gregory.
No, I don't need to do that yet.
Gregory, you need to solve the Sudoku puzzle, Gregory.
It's not it. Anything else I can use?
I'll probably just call you like real
I don't
Jumpy.
want to do the. I don't.
Jumpy Real.
Isn't the screwdriver? No, that's not the screw. Where's the screwdriver? Is the screwdriver in one of the briefcases? No, it's down here.
Wait, can you put the Zero Escape like sad old man gif on screen?
I have to.
Here, I got it.
I'd have
got
to
it.
like save it, but yeah.
No doubles.
Sad.
Jokes on. We have played all three.
Yep,
Yeah,
we played them all in boys.
Yeah, but it's been almost
Save.
3 years, so it's about time we replayed.
I have a question.
What?
Can you post my Delta shaking ass in front of the Amogus snail picture?
I have to like.
Why would
save
we
that.
spoil the third fucking game?
It's not a spoiler.
Okay.
I don't want to start like adding a bunch of shit right now.
Okay. Well, whenever you feel like you want to, sad old man is right there.
Yeah, I'm doing sad old man, but
Oh,
that's
okay.
it for right now. I can't ever find shit on my computer. I really wish OBS had. That's the one thing I wish OBS had was the drag and drop.
Yeah,
XSplit has that, but XSplit you have to pay for.
Yeah,
That
I have
works.
to. Huh?
What is it?
Guess what I did?
What did you
I
do?
literally just put this.
I bought YouTube Premium.
Okay, that's kind of base.
There it is.
Finally.
I've been paying for it since I was like 16. I know nothing else.
There he is.
And that means
There we
Shroom. That means Shroom that you can listen to YouTube videos while you're out
Alright,
of.
anyways, yeah, what's this?
Yeah.
It's a screwdriver. All right, combine with. We got the screws off. Cool, and then you do that. I don't remember the combos, so I'm actually gonna have to do this again.
Oops.
Yeah, I canceled my Love Live All Stars game subscription, which gives me
Right. And,
a
that's-
scouting ticket every month.
and then Lord Dump.
Mhm. Yay!
Junpei
Is
grabbed the
it fun?
key and shoved it into his pocket.
The Lord.
Intended to
It's
leave immediately, but
Fucking something.
something stopped him. His reflection stared back at him from the mirror, but he had scarcely recognized himself. What's up with my face? That's what
Oh.
Germa asked himself.
It is Germa.
That is Germa.
Chat, how do I get out of here? I can't solve the puzzle.
Bro, Germa playing.
He's gonna
999.
drown. Omega lol, help me. His confusion was well justified. His face was drawn and pale, and the dark circles in his eyes made him look as though he were nearly dead.
Why are you old?
You
Man,
are
what the
dead.
hell happened to me? How did I
You
end
died.
up here?
You
Even
died
as he
that
said
day.
it, something in his mind opened, and a memory bopped to the surface.
You had sex and now you're in the boat.
Oi, oi, oi. It's the last thing Junpei remembered before waking up in a strange room.
So
Oh,
I still
that's
have
funny.
my AI dungeon subscription. Because they refuse to let me cancel it.
Huh.
I've emailed them several times and there's literally no way. So I just kind of have it. If we ever want to do multiplayer AI
It was
dungeon.
past midnight when he came home.
Well, like
Junpei shuffled
Like-
up the stairs and opened the door to apartment 201.
with Love Live, I don't really like play it. I just scout.
Yeah, you want the JPEGs.
I do.
Addicted.
They're PNG.
Addicted to
So I was-
PNGs.
So I was paying.
This is an
$14
intervention.
I was paying $14 a month to scout. Sometimes.
Good
You're tearing
lord.
this family apart with your PNG addiction.
So yeah, I canceled it in favor of YouTube Premium.
It's more useful.
Inside was his apartment, a small one-bedroom affair that ran him about $630 a month.
Man.
He moved into it when he entered college, and so far he'd been there for 3 years and 7 months. He stepped inside and turned on the lights.
Pay your goddamn rent!
Now I play Project Zekai. I play Project Zekai.
The fluorescent lights in the ceiling blinked and flickered slowly to life as if waking from a deep slumber.
Think Junpei would make Okabe noises?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which game was the he in? Was that just the original?
That's the first Steins Gate, yeah.
Okay. Jumpy recently played Steins Gate. That's who I'd been talking to about it recently. That the oh, sorry. It's just really funny.
Cold
I'm not
light
currently
illuminated the landscape he'd come home to so many times before.
He'd come.
Everything was as he'd left it. The magazines piled up in the corner, the textbooks collecting dust, the CD cases covering the floor, the jeans and t-shirt he'd worn the day before, then tossed into the floor. There was one thing that didn't belong, however. There was a breeze. Breaths of cold night air wafted into his apartment, carrying the smells of autumn with them.
Of gas.
Well, funny you mentioned gas. The white curtain framing his window swayed gently in the wind. Oh, that's weird.
just
Did they leave
like
that open? Junpei walked toward the window, trying to remember if he'd
Like
closed it or not before he
the-
left. One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Junpei shrugged. He must have just left it open earlier. He closed the window. Then it happened.
Bro.
Ah, it's a dude.
Oi.
Junpei turned and found himself face to mask with a man dressed in all black. The man wore a deep hood and a bulky gas mask. His face was entirely hidden. He tried to scream, but all he could manage was a strangled croak. It made like a weird, like, German, like, grunt.
He growled.
Growl at me. He tried to step toward the man, but his legs could no longer support his weight.
Hey!
Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs like a discarded puppet. Too
Just
late.
like
He noticed the white smoke that was filling his apartment. The gas.
Gas.
Gas. Small objects, shaped distressingly like a grenade, sat on the floor in front of his face, hissing. The white smoke poured out at an incredible rate. The smoke had grown so thick that the details of Junpei's apartment began to fade into the white haze. He could feel his mind begin to fade as well, a white haze that was not the smoke creeping to the edges of his vision. Oh shit.
Favorite group and why is it Nigo?
Oh, shit. Zero needs to speak.
Chills.
Chills? Oh, consider this a
Go for it, Mike.
privilege. You have been
Who the fuck was
chosen.
that?
A rasping voice. We're just way out of the
Yep.
gas mask. It was cold and harsh and distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on.
A top 15 voice.
Yeah. You're
It's one of the
going to
top 15
participate in a game, the nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
Oh my god, just like my favorite game, Your Turn to Die.
Holy shit, wow. That was the last thing Junpei
oi.
remembered. The white smoke overpowered him. The masked man faded from his consciousness. And he felt
Wow,
his
guys, why are you playing Your Turn to Die right now?
and his consciousness felt his consciousness fall away into the white mist. And now he's here. That's right. The guy with the gas mask. That son of a bitch must have taken me here. As to who the man was or might have been, Junpei had no idea. Indeed, he wasn't even sure that its assailant had been a man. The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely passed through a voice changer, and the body had been covered in a thick cloak. Who was the man in the mask? You have been chosen.
Who really does
It was
this?
me.
Junpei remembered
Who
that
really-
much, but what it might mean, that was beyond him. Junpei had no idea where he was or why he was there.
No binary zero.
Yeah, that's why he's zero. There was only one thing from his memory that seemed important.
No binary zero.
You were going to participate in a game, the notary game. Put your life on the line.
Live or die.
Notary game, huh? What the hell is a notary game? God damn it!
But in italics.
Yeah, it's not like...
God damn it, in italics!
The yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror.
Germa punch.
And back to the game. No.
Alright.
I have to, like, remember.
Who's your favorite group in Project Sekai and why is it Nigo?
It's...
Shroom, I don't think you're... Never mind.
It's 7
I'm trying to jump
4.
in.
It's like 7-4 something. It's 7482?
Let me
Two.
talk.
It's
7482?
7482. I don't know how.
No, it's 7485.
Oh.
That's the red. Let's do the red first. Since... Where are you? 7485. Let's lock the briefcase.
Mizuki and Rui are best.
The worst.
Best. More job. Wonderland Showtime is just good.
Yep. Mini games. Fucking time you leave this goddamn briefcase, and it just tells you.
Fucking
Yeah,
Christ.
I know. I know how it works.
Did. Okay, but
7 or
Because they're
okay, that's
silly.
fair.
Because they're silly and they're goofy.
They are silly and goofy. They all have ADHD.
Cool. It's opening, and then we got cards.
Emu has so much ADHD.
And blue code is like, I think it's 6 and 3s in it. Remember like 6.
Tsukasa and
It's at the
Emu's
end.
voice actresses,
6 3 at the
or
end.
their voice actors,
0 2?
I got
0263, okay.
an online thing, and they are gigantic simps for Rui. And every time Rui's on screen, they like scream.
You said Tsukasa and I got really confused because that's like the shit-eating like kid from Deathmark.
No,
I'm
not
like,
that
what
one.
the fuck did he do?
Let's tell you on the blue briefcase too.
I
At least the fucking the Noner Games port fixed that.
Yeah.
But I would
really-
still prefer to play this version.
I relate to Mizuki so hard.
Alright,
Mizuki, actual non-binary royalty.
open it up.
Ooh.
Wow. Sorry, Tina.
Oh, we stand Mizuki in this house. Mizuku. Mizuku. No, you got it.
Third time's a charm, Jumpy.
Girls. Non-binaries. I'm a lesbian. Lesbian.
Yeah, I know how digital root's working.
Yeah, Jumpy
It's
did
okay,
it.
take your time.
Oh, trust me, I know how digital roots work.
We know how this game works.
Do you know what a
And
majority
even
vote
if
is?
you don't, this game gives you a calculator.
Did you hear the April Fool's covers for Project Sekai? With the boys doing Pomp and Circumstance? Rui doing Pomp and Circumstance is a
Oh my god.
fucking crime.
I was gonna say something, but I totally forgot what it was because Shroom, it like activates my ADHD.
Me and Jumpy are having a conversation about Vocaloid OCs.
So the cards I use. Oh, again, there aren't any more cards in here. Think about a digital root.
And there really was.
There's a 5 on the door. Do I have to get a digital root of 5? Huh, I wonder.
Zeroski.
Right, yeah, just let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it.
That was a German noise. I
Alright. Alright, I have to actually remember this now. 14, so... I
That's a new
forgot it
noise.
didn't give you a 9 card.
oh.
So I'm like, oh, because I already had a
stole it.
solution in my head. I'm like, oh wait, it doesn't give me a 9 card. Now I have to like
Adachi
redo the math.
Adachi stole it, yeah.
That slime bastard up there. Haunted
You
me.
found it.
You found it.
Congratulations!
Found what? It!
It!
Accompanied by a wall of angry water, Junpei shot out of the room and into the opposing wall.
He did it!
Like his face just gets slammed into the wall.
And since it's like seawater, it's like salty as shit.
Ah, yeah. Gasping to catch his breath, he looked around. He was in a narrow hallway. The water that followed him out of the room was rapidly pouring out of the door. It flowed quickly down the hallway, slammed into the foot of the short flight of stairs. So it's five steps, in fact.
I read the word flowed, and I was like, that's not right, it's flew!
Flew!
And
Oh!
And at the top of this short staircase...
it was me.
A door! Another door! Junpei lifted the stairs straight for the door.
Isn't it?
The door burst open, Junpei exploded out of it only to freeze in his tracks.
I really yeah, it does look pretty good. I'm glad that Nankidai was able to to branch out into something like this. I really think it was a
partnership with the DS.
Yeah, I think it was a really bold move to make basically like a ROM hack for the DS as your next installment.
Yeah.
Ambitious, I gotta say.
Kind of weird to jump to the DS, but you know what? I'm loving it.
You know what, Uchiko? Nankidai was bold and sexy for that.
The door was open, freezing tracks. What other possible response could there have been to what he saw? What the hell? His voice trailed off, and all he could do was stare. Polished floor stretched up before him, ornate staircases rising up from the edges.
Polished floor, you mean?
A Polish floor.
Polished floor.
It's got, I don't know. It's got like pierogies ready for you.
Got pierogies.
I know. Technically, you can play Your Turn to Die on the like super primitive browser that's on the Switch.
Each one of them equidistant from the others.
Equidistant.
What?
Who cares? The stairs and pillars were solid wood, and Art Nouveau embellishments and decorations covered the walls and pillars. It looked like nothing so much as the entrance to a luxurious mansion from the 1900s. This is Resident Evil.
Welcome to
View.
Welcome to Cujo Mansion.
Cujo Mansion, Sandass. Who's Sandass?
Welcome back.
What do you mean, welcome back?
Wasn't she like?
They really fight some fucking ghosts.
They really should have just thrown Mary into the fucking ocean. How's she gonna get out?
They should have thrown her into the ocean. They should have put her in a coffin, filled the coffin with concrete, and threw it in the ocean.
Yeah,
Dio style.
Yeah.
No, and then put that coffin in another coffin, and then throw it in the ocean. I'll send it to my house and I'll smash it with a hammer.
Like, Dio style.
Okay. Junpei couldn't help but wonder. Was he really in a ship?
Did I really spell boobies on my calculator?
The water quickly flowing in the hallway behind him suggested that, yes, he was.
Yes.
Did the people in the bottom left corner come with the DS version of your turn? Yes! They watch you play the whole time.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they watch you play the whole time.
It's pretty ballsy, I must say.
Same with Junpei.
As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he had been in, gathering speed as it moved toward the stairs. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's totally a book. Wait, what the hell? A wave?
Like one of the fox dolls on
Shit, I gotta get out of here! Junpei spun around, his wet shoes squeaking in protest on the polished floor, and
doesn't he wear
ran toward the tremendous staircase in front of him.
Doesn't he wear like tennis shoes?
Yeah, he's got the Marty McFly outfit.
Oh yeah. So it sounds like a fucking basketball court when he runs.
Yeah, he's got like sneakers.
He like squeaks the whole way. He's like, I'm just imagining. He's like, I gotta like sneak through here for some reason. And it's just like, yeah. Oh fuck.
As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plates mounted on the wall, denoting the decks of the ship.
Just drink the water.
Just
dink
drink
your
oiter.
Dink my oiter.
Water's good for you.
He took the stairs two at a time, not entirely sure where he would find himself. That's how you trip. Just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead.
Bro, this is the sex boat.
Hello.
Junpei saw another person out of the corner of his eye. He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing of the left stairs, there were 4 people staring at him.
That thotty on the far. That thotty.
On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him, and on the right, 3 more.
I don't know why I found it
All
so
told,
funny.
there were 7 of them.
2
Let's
of them are
just-
staring at him.
Oh.
There you
Rude.
go.
It looked as though they had been on their way down the stairs. They stopped short when they saw Junpei, their eyes wide. Well, only...
Bro, look, bro.
Well, not one of them doesn't have their eyes wide.
Oh, come on.
He'd done the same, of course, and now they stood there staring at one another. Junpei didn't move, one foot placed awkwardly on the next step in the middle of a stride. Who were these people? This entire interaction lasted only a matter of seconds. The woman spoke to Junpei, and time began to move again. Oh.
Okay.
This fucking... What's up with all these fucking theater kids?
I guess there's another one of us now.
The woman was dressed, Junpei thought, rather like a dancer.
This woman
Dancer.
was dressed.
Her clothes covered very little, and her prodigious jewelry little more.
Hey, you! Come on! Hurry!
Come get a pizza. You deserve it.
You deserve a pizza. Just give them pizza. It's like, what the fuck do I do with this?
You eat it.
With no further ceremony, she ran straight past Junpei toward the doors behind him, not before giving him a pizza,
Oh.
which he didn't quite understand why.
He
You
puts
have
the
to remember
pizza
the voices
in
we
his
gave him.
pocket.
We could do the
I don't
voices if you want.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Sudden proximity
We
of
have
a
to remember everything.
sudden proximity
we
of a
don't.
woman with such freaking acids
It's been 3 years.
left Junpei momentarily stunned.
Did you just die thinking of that?
N-
Did
No.
you just die thinking of 3 years?
No, I was thinking about the fact that it was like, oh, she's got tits.
Oh, this game is
Shut
on a
up.
log, I forgot. The first to pass Junpei was a young man with silver hair. He threw a quick glance in Junpei's direction as he ran, muttering.
He likes booba. Is this? Would this be like the hop?
Op?
Yeah, like
Um,
hop.
I just
Or-
remember in the Noner Games collection, because that has English voice acting.
Yeah.
He's John Chiplock.
Oh, okay.
And I honestly really like it. I actually
Hop.
think the English dub that they did for this game in the Noner is actually pretty good.
And do your best protagonist voice.
No. My best protagonist voice is fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Like, it's like
Can you do-
Jaleel White
Okay,
Sonic
fine.
the Hedgehog.
Imagine
Got
if breasts existed in real.
God, if
Can't imagine
boobs were
that.
Real.
Wait, Dwayne, can you do Yashki? No, Akira. Do Akira.
Akira?
Nuts, sorry.
Oh,
Nuts?
Yeah, that could be fine.
You want me to bring out nuts?
Yeah. That's
Forget
nuts.
Nuts, baby. I have to. So I follow a lot of like the larger like Spirit Hunter accounts on Twitter, and when I talk about NG, I have to like
Remember
stop
that he's
myself.
Akira and not Nuts.
Yes, because I think once or twice I have called him nuts.
You're like,
No.
who the fuck are you talking
Like,
about?
What
What
the
are you
fuck
talking
are you
about?
talking about?
What the
What?
fuck?
One of us, huh?
Yeah.
No, following him was an
large,
older man.
sure.
And then he's Richard Epcar.
Sad
I just think
old-
it's fun.
I just like it.
Yeah, I just think it's a good dub.
This is Yuji Mikatoba.
Sad old man.
This is a sad old man. His face calm without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close
Oh,
enough as he
shit.
passed for
It's
Junpei
confirmed
to see
Junpei
wisps of
likes
gray
pepper.
in his hair. His composure and shock of hair. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Struck Junpei as rather like that of an elderly lion.
If the lion was a sad old man.
Are you gonna do Mikatoba, Dwayne?
If you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
The next to speak was a girl with pink hair and a high voice.
on! Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry!
Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. His eyes were closed, almost as though he were sleeping.
He was sleeping.
His features were graceful, almost serene. He was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about his posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help feeling he was noble and dignified somehow. He's certainly never seen one, but this man seemed like what Junpei had always imagined a prince would be like.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
I'll do, that's 9 of us then.
Yeah.
All the cards are in hand.
How do you know? You can't fucking see him. I'm sorry. Oh,
Damn!
You'd kick your ass.
he was.
No, like, you literally, yeah, he like, it's Canada, he'd be able to kick your ass.
Yeah. You remember the... I see Snake and I immediately think of the, Right.
Oh, Lotus's
doing...
English VA was the direct for the dub. That's awesome.
Doing bullies blind people. I immediately think of that one time Uchikoshi was like, here's a poll, is Snake gay? And the fans were like, yeah, and
Yeah.
he went,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
And he went, okay, cool.
Cool.
He is. He is.
Not projecting.
What does all of the cards are in hand mean, he wondered. Junpei opened his mouth to ask what the other men meant, but the girl with pink hair rushed past them, and they were gone.
Drip.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
Party
you said
time.
drip.
Drip.
I thought you said drip, and I'm like, you know what? He is pretty
He
drippy.
turned just in time to see 2 more people running toward him. One of them had
They're like-
hair like a bird's nest, and looked as though
I
a
know what
stiff
I'm gonna
breeze might topple him.
Junpei just goes,
He
like,
blows away like a
face.
tumbleweed.
Yeah.
And the other was a veritable mountain of a man. The scrawny one
Ready.
said nothing and scuttled past Junpei like a
Oh,
like a
never mind.
spider. Though he were running for something. Hey, what the hell are you just standing around there for? Did you hear him?
No.
The doors at A deck are no good. We gotta check the doors at B deck. Got it. Oh, go.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. With no more effort than Junpei would have brushed aside a fly, the man shoved him out of the way. Whoa! They're off balance by the man and recent events. It took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. And then Junpei gets tossed like a tumbleweed.
Woo.
He finally regained his balance and looked up at what the other 7 had been running toward.
Mm.
There were 2 pairs of large iron doors set into the wall in front of them.
Fun fact, Junpei's voice actor's favorite scene to voice was the confrontation scene in the safe house.
Ah.
Ooh.
I don't know why, but I just was fucking reminded of the scene from Zero Time Dilemma.
Yeah.
After the dice part, where he fucking does a little march.
Yeah. Oh, What did you throw? Cheese.
Cheese. That's good too.
Maybe throw in some ketchup.
Ketchup and mustard too.
Maybe
And then the look on fucking Carlos's face.
That was my fucking favorite. I need to find it now. I have that saved somewhere. That
Right.
fucking Carlos face. Anyway.
They look quite sturdy and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number.
Oh, Uchikoshi, please give us the Zero Time Dilemma pictures
Not
cut
the
soon.
Junpei walk cycle. Oh, please. I would love it. I would
Oh,
absolutely adore it.
He's been liking a lot of tweets about Like, there's a lot of like.
Fuck.
So I think he's thinking about it.
Okay, no, I got really confused when I was looking at
What?
the display on OBS.
Yeah.
'Cause it looks like the bottom screen is see-through, but it's not.
Okay.
On the right, okay, the door on the right had a 4,
Bro, he's like,
and the door on the left had a 5.
what did you throw? Cheese.
Oh yes,
Oh, silver is a nuts.
that's nuts.
They're the same.
The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself. So you guess you
Why
could
would-
say it's no use?
It's no use.
No use!
It's no use!
Why does he have such a fucking thin scarf? I'm sorry, I just noticed.
I don't know.
That it looks like he tried to put on a shitty mummy costume.
He's got
gave up.
fucking, The World Ends With You fashion going on. It's like a Tetsuya Nomura outfit.
Anyway, the room I woke up in had a number on the door just like that. Blech. You too, huh? Oh yeah, I get to talk to
With an
myself.
arched eyebrow, I did like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Like,
There was a vine boom.
boom. Yeah. The lion looked over at Silver.
My cell was the same. The number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hall outside, and then tripped a couple times. Found myself in a grand room full of stairs, as I suspect did the rest of you. I totally ate shit running down the stairs.
It was as though the floodgates had been opened and they all began to talk at once. Me too. I did too. Yeah, a door with a number on it. It soon became clear that each one of them had woken up in a room with a locked door, solved a puzzle
Okay.
to escape.
Okay, but putting on that thin scarf made me feel powerful, broski.
They all ended up in the same room, almost as though they'd been guided there.
Yes, we all do the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry.
Shut the fuck up! Think I don't know that lady?
Before the dancer had time to finish, Silver was already running. He grabbed hold of the door labeled 5 and pulled. However,
Fuck, it's not opening! This damn thing won't even budge.
move. You're in the way. Mountain grabbed Silver's shoulder and tossed him aside.
You like threw him.
Yeah. His path cleared, he took a few steps back and threw himself at the door. Once. Twice. 3 times. 4 times. Oh. The door shook as his body slammed into it, but showed no signs of breaking or opening. Mountain threw himself at the door again. Junpei turned toward door number 4. Next to the door on the wall was a small box. Oh. It looked just like the one that he'd seen in his room next to that door. If it was the same, then this door was likely locked as well. Still, he had to check. Junpei grabbed a handle and threw all of his weight into it. Ugh!
Good
It was
job.
locked as tight as the door next to it, as he suspected. Damn it!
Way to go, super shit.
We're gonna go, super shit. Junpei punched the door, did not respond.
Boop, 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 boop.
Were these the only doors, he wondered? He'd barely finished the thought when the C-deck plate he'd passed on his way up sprang, unbidden into his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned and ran back toward the stairs. He'd scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs, next to an ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person.
Hey, what's up?
It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. He froze, unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. Couldn't quite remember where, but he knew. He knew he had met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Sounds fake.
Junpei doesn't. Junpei
Memories
didn't
aren't
know.
real.
Junpei didn't know women were real until.
Oh, shit.
Bro.
Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well. Without saying a word, Junpei walked slowly toward her. She didn't move. It was almost as though it was held in place by some sort of magic spell.
It looks like she's. Like, I don't know. This game came out in like 2008?
9.
2009? Yeah, she looks like. She looks like Ashley Tisdale in like the
It was
late
like-
2000s. Like walking the red carpet. She's got like an Ashley Tisdale outfit.
It was September something,
Oh,
2009.
Okay.
As Junpei stepped onto her landing, the spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down that the whole ship shook a second time.
Ah!
Quake caught the girl and prepared, and she fell. Moving on instinct, Junpei leapt to catch her. Or
then
so
he
he thought.
missed. Then he fucking
And then he
missed.
fucking, like, fucking weak ass. Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own. It was flat on his back, and she had landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him.
A female? Awooga.
For a moment that seemed to stretch for a very long time, they stared at one another. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship lapping faintly at the walls and ceilings, but eventually that faded as well. The silence was complete, a thick, muffling blanket. At last the girl opened her mouth.
Oh my gosh. Is that you, Jumpy?
Oh my gosh,
Jumpy.
Jumpy, is that you?
Jumpy. The words echoing
Yeah.
through Junpei's head, and suddenly his memory returned.
Yeah, Jumpy,
Connie?
they're in our. Yeah, Jumpy, they're in our chat.
The fucking...
Yeah.
That fucking expression is, like, so stupid.
What?
Oh.
That's like a sprunk face.
It's
What?
He's like, rubs confusion or whatever. Like, just complete.
There are no thoughts behind those eyes.
I hadn't even realized it before. The girl was Akane Kurashiki. She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to the elementary school together for 6 years. But what was she doing on the ship? Her soft eyes were only inches from his own. He could feel the warmth of her face. Feelings he'd thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. He could feel his face heating up. At that moment, the speaker crackled to life and a cold, eerie voice filled the room.
Siggy!
Welcome aboard. Holy shit, it's top 15 chills. I welcome you all from the bottom of my heart to this, my vessel.
Top 15 deaths. Number 15, yours.
Yours. With the voice's invasion, the spell between Junpei and Akane was broken, and all hints of burgeoning romance instantly forgotten.
What?
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 Hurriedly untangled themselves from one another and struggled to their feet. The 7 companions had heard the voice as well, and many of their faces had gone pale. They looked around frantically, desperate to locate the source of the voice. At last they found it. A speaker set in the ceiling. I am Zero, the captain of the ship. I am also the person who invited you here. The voice was harsh, obscured occasionally by the crackle of static.
It's fine if you didn't RSVP. I'm just glad you guys could make it.
But Junpei recognized it. How could he have forgotten it?
That's top 15
That's top
chill.
15 chills. He loves that channel.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my dad still watches.
Oh my god.
That's literally how Fitter's dialogue when he played it. God.
It was the same voice he had heard from the man in the gas mask.
And from his favorite YouTube channel. Hey asshole, what the hell is this? Come on out here, I want to get a look at you. We hang out later. Go on a date or something. I'm sorry.
What do you mean to do to us?
I mean to have you participate in a game.
Meat grinder, your
Some
cock.
of you I know are familiar with this game. The Nonary game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
It is a game on the Nintendo DS.
Nonary game.
Yeah, I love
What the
that
hell's
series.
that?
I only know your turn to die.
You're to the cheap.
Well, that's a
Sorry, I need-
predecessor to Your Turn to Die.
I need to name drop the game as much as possible to make up for the fact
Yeah,
that
because
we
it's
couldn't-
the stream still says Your Turn to Die.
You're to the cheap.
Yeah, this is your turn to die.
Yeah, clearly. The voice continued implacable.
Because it's your turn
The
to
rules
die.
of the Nonary game can be found upon your persons. They are simple
If you just-
rules. Read
If
them.
you just did the tutorial.
Nonary game.
Hey, there's something in my pocket. Check it out.
Check it out.
Fucking massive, mate.
He pulled out.
Silver
he
reached
pulled
into
out-
his pocket and pulled out a small slip of paper. The rest of them
Check
reached
it out.
into
He
their
pulled
own
out a snail from
pockets.
his pocket.
Yeah?
Yeah, he pulled a
Harry.
snail out of his pocket.
Oh,
Check
oh
it
no.
out. Guys.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Pulled
Oh
out
no!
similar slips of paper.
I'm sorry, it took me a minute.
Junpei followed suit and dug into the pockets of his pants.
Life is unfair, isn't it?
Life is simply unfair.
Life is simply. That's a skill issue.
Skill issue.
Who's just having a skill issue?
What if Delta's or Zero Time Dilemma is just like instead of life is simply fair, it's just like skill issue, cope. Ratio.
Mold.
Read. Oh,
Felt the telltale crumple of paper slightly damp from his earlier ordeal. Hey, I got one too!
Now it seems Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. He gave me the letter P.
I was just about to make that joke.
Good. I got it. I got to it first. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man?
That won't be an issue because
Alright,
I can't
I'll
read.
Read it down
I
if you want
can't
me to.
read.
The requests have been delivered to Junpei, who, after a short moment of surprise, it hasn't been asked.
Well, this is just like Squid Game.
On this ship, you will... Well, you said to read it terribly.
So I did. I'm just fucking listening.
Alright, on this ship you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with
Whoa,
numbers.
this is just like the Squid Game.
We will call them the numbered doors. The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. The key to opening these numbered doors are the number bracelets that each of you possess. Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets, and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open. Those of you who have opened that door may pass through. There are, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. Bracelet. Junpei figured had to mean the bulky thing on his wrist.
I have the Zero Time Dilemma watch. That was a pre-order bonus I got when it came out. Yeah, I've got it on a little display case. It looks awesome.
He glanced around. It looked like everyone else had one as well, and had come to much the same conclusion. Purpose of the game is simple. Leave the ship alive. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. Junpei had reached the end of the letter, and there was a long moment of silence, and then the speaker crackled to life once more. There is one last thing I must tell you.
You did a shitty job reading that.
As you have no doubt surmised, this ship has begun to sink. On April 14th, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg.
Titanic.
He would say it like that.
Yeah, separate.
Separate. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic. I will give you more time. 9 hours. That is the time you have been given to make your escape.
9 doors. Like the video game.
The voice finished and the speaker went silent. The sound of a bell tolling echoed through the hall. The fucking, like, death approaching thing from Deathmark starts up. Live or die. It came from the dance hall adjacent to the stairwell.
Oh, I found it. Hold on.
The cheese scene?
No.
What if
found-
instead of a clock bell, it was a vine boom?
Hold on. Well,
That's it. That's all I have to contribute.
Well, I found this. Send faster, please.
Yes. Fucking little
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah.
Here he goes.
It took those assembled on the stairs mere moments to trace the sound to an antique clock embedded in the wall. 7, 8,
What the?
9.
Vine boom.
The sound of the 9th bell faded away. The 10th never came. That meant the time was 9 o'clock. Because of course it is. Most likely 9 o'clock in the evening. Junpei appeared out of the window of his cell. He had seen nothing but blackness. It had to be nighttime.
Either that or the tint on these windows is absolutely illegal.
If that was the case, they would need to escape by 6 a.m. the following day. Now it is time. Let our game begin. I wish you all the best of luck.
How did Junpei manage to solve all these puzzles with like no sleep?
I mean, maybe he's probably used to it since he's in college.
I was gonna say, oh well, I'm in college, but I drink enough G Fuel to like.
Yeah, you think he doesn't like drink like a bunch of energy drinks?
I would need to take a nap by hour 3.
The speaker went silent and did not speak again.
They would fucking murder you.
Also, they're
you're
like
fucking useless.
They're like
Man, I just need to take
maybe
a nap.
like they have like enough like what's the fucking like adrenaline that's like they basically are on Adderall. Like their brains are in hyper mode.
And it's
Silver
like
yelled at the speaker with language coarse enough to embarrass a sailor, but the rest of Junpei's companions were silent, deep in thought.
Well,
God
Dwayne?
fucking damn it, motherfucker! Sorry,
It's
just
like,
fuck.
you know it's pre-recorded, he can't hear you, right?
I don't give a shit.
Pussy ass motherfucking dick
Oh,
boy!
and you're still going, great.
He could probably fucking feel it.
Junpei too
Okay.
was consumed by his thoughts. He's trying to give him psychic damage.
So you know how? Oh wait, never mind.
Never mind.
Oh no, I'm just. I forget the majority of the lore of this game because it's been so long.
Yeah.
But you know how we have that like that brain worm where there are like two men next to each other, and I'm like,
Sex.
yeah, they
Yeah.
have sex. I see like I see Santa and Ace next to each other, and I'm like, why the hell not? But then I kind of remember why the hell not.
Uh-huh.
Yeah!
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I just it's rot in my brain. What lore do I need? I need like electric shock therapy.
There's a great deal he didn't understand. Much like Dwayne right now.
Oh, yeah.
Who was Zero? What was the Nonary game? Why had he chosen to make them a part of it?
Hit
Was he
video
a
game
criminal who
series.
took delight in playing with his victims? Or did he have some other purpose? And why had Junpei been chosen as part of this insane game? Why had any of them been chosen? One question was foremost on his mind. Kane. They hadn't seen one another since elementary school. Why had she appeared now? Coincidence? No, that would seem impossible. There had to be a reason. You know what it might be, but there had to be a reason.
Very well.
The lion's voice seemed oddly loud in the silence.
Standing around here won't do us any good. Won't do you guys any good. Best we get moving, don't you think?
Get moving?
You fucking heard me.
Planning to open the numbered doors? Hey, wait! Don't tell me you're actually going to do what this Zero says!
No, that's not what I meant, dumbass.
The lion shook his head, mightily annoyed.
Is your brain fucking smooth? Sam, let's find another way. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet. See that weird doll in the corner? Keeps talking to us.
Wait, what?
Stop ignoring me.
Don't ignore me. It'll only make it worse.
Their separate investigations finished, all 9 people returned to where they'd left one another.
I want to make a joke so bad, but it literally like wouldn't be funny until the end of the game. Hi, Sketch Pixels.
Alright, the result of
life-
all their work was nothing.
Life simply is
Nails.
unfair.
They were completely sealed in. Hard work had not gone completely to waste, however. They had learned a number of things as they scoured the parts of the ship they
Like
could
a-
reach.
Like a jumpy. Hey, yo.
Seeing that they were confined to decks A through C. C deck was far down as they would be able to go, however. Reason
Good deck.
being that D deck was completely submerged.
What if I wanna
Strangely,
go
however, the water had
swimming?
risen no higher than D deck. Flow seemed to have been stopped somehow, as evidenced by the surface of the water on D deck, which is as smooth as glass.
I want to go swimming. Can I go swimming, please? You think I
Hudson
can
knelt
go?
down and gently drew his hand across it.
You think I can go surfing in here?
No, Sprunk doesn't need to be here.
You're right. Sprunk,
Perhaps the
get out of
Zero
there.
fellow has used some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lower down. He said that the time limit was 9 hours. In other
9
words, this
persons.
water won't rise for 9 hours.
9 persons. 9 doors. Sorry.
You say we won't sink till then? Well, that may be a little too optimistic. No point to wishful thinking.
Okay, good night, Jumpy. We love you.
Have a good night. There were 3 metal doors in the sea deck. A single door stood off to the side, with 2 more on the wall facing the central staircase. None of them had numbers or verification devices. They were, however, locked like the other doors. No matter how much they pushed and shoved, the doors refused to move. The mountain and the
Where's
lion
the
threw
one you were-
themselves against
where
them a
was
few
the one you were
times,
above?
but to no avail. The door in the back had a keyhole. Just above that was a strange mark in the shape of a circle surrounded by a dot. There were 2 other doors on the sea deck as well. It was clear they were elevators, as each had a button next to it with an upside-down triangle.
I thought that was an escalator.
That's an elevator.
That's where I get all mixed up.
They
Alright.
tried pushing the button. No response. Apparently there was no power running for the elevators. To the left of the elevator doors was a card reader. The card reader also had a strange mark on it. It looked like a lowercase h with the dash drawn across the upper stem. Junpei stared at it for a while.
Symbol of Saturn. It's an astrological symbol.
Then the mark on the other door.
I think that was the sun symbol.
They seem the same
personally-
symbols in A deck.
I personally don't like a lot of the planetarium items.
There was a door on either side of the stairs. The one on the left had a keyhole with a similar symbol engraved on it. That's Earth. Wow, you got
This
Terra.
is an Earth.
Wow, you got Terra. That's awesome.
The horizontal line symbolizes the equator, and the vertical line represents the prime meridian.
Prime membership.
No.
Junpei looked up at the ceiling. There was a great circle cut in it, perhaps for a skylight or a glass dome, but had been filled with a gargantuan metal plate. Metal looked very solid. Anything short of an explosive charge was unlikely to damage it. There were several windows along both sides of the ship, or at least there had been. They too were covered with metal plates. In other words,
Uh-huh.
we're trapped. All the exits go nowhere. Junpei was not happy. The girl with pink hair spoke up.
Well, I'm sure they go somewhere. We just can't open them.
Then the mountain spoke. You don't know that. For all I know, they just open the walls or take us in circles. Prince did not agree. No, I'm sure they go somewhere, otherwise what would be the... What point would there be? And we can open them. Well, 2 of them at least. You mean the number doors? All eyes turned toward the doors with numbers on them. The atmosphere in the room grew tense.
Hey, wait a minute.
We don't have that much time.
I think I said this earlier, but I don't think we should do that.
The dancer moved in front of the doors as if to block them.
We'd have to be crazy to open these doors. If we do that, we're doing exactly what Zero wants us to do.
Suddenly, everyone began to speak at once.
Well, you're stupid.
I agree. I don't. That's a terrible idea. We should keep going. We should stay here. We don't have any other way to open any other doors. We should just wait. Someone's bound to come find us. We don't have time for that. In 8.5 hours, the ship is going to sink. Clamor of voices made it next to impossible to determine who was saying what. Their arguments grew
To be
more
fair,
and more
you can
intense
do a
until people
lot
were
in
shouting and
8.5
screaming
hours.
at one another.
Yeah.
Junpei had remained silent, but at last he could
Like
take
sleep.
no more. Hey! Shut up! They fell silent and all eyes turned to Junpei. He felt each stare burning into him, but he refused to flinch. Before we try and decide where we're going to go, there's something else we ought to do.
What's that?
We need to exchange information. We don't know anything about each other. I want to know who you guys are. Who are you? Where you came from? Why you ended up here? Don't tell me you aren't curious too. They were silent. Some of them looked the other way, or bit their lip, or crossed their arms and stared at the ceiling. But one of them spoke up. It was Akane.
I agree. I think Jumpy is right.
Jumpy.
Gee,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about him. I just call him Jumpy. His name is Junpei.
She pointed toward Junpei.
We're childhood friends. Went to the
Wow.
same elementary school.
Wow, this motherfucker
Wait, stop.
had friends.
Don't tell us stuff we didn't ask you about. They're probably watching us right now.
Try to
What are you
find
gonna do
you
if he's
laugh.
listening in?
Would that be bad?
Oh yeah, it would. We don't know how much that bastard knows about us. Maybe he just picked a bunch of random people to kidnap. If that is the case, it'd be dangerous for him to let us know too much. If Zero knows who we are, he could go after our families. Maybe tell us he had to get us to do stuff, you know?
But we still need to know what our names are. Going to be hard to talk to each other if we don't have names.
Alright, then why don't we have code names? To him, apparently it seemed like the obvious solution.
Code names?
Yeah, we'll pick something. Like, I'll be 7. 7? Why are you 7?
Cause my number is 7. I'm not very creative.
Yeah, I can't think.
I can't think.
Seeing the fair question, the mountain stuck out his left arm,
Sure, if you don't.
All I have is dreams.
because this bracelet number says 7. Alright. That's,
Oh, I get it.
Do you?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
He doesn't get it at all.
No, I don't get it. I don't get. I
He
don't
smirked.
Clearly, you own an air.
Actually, I'm
Actually, I'm Santa.
Alright. Yeah, alright.
All right. I'm actually gonna be Santa. Any of you chumps know
They
Japanese?
should!
I fucking.
I hope so, because they're all Japanese.
I hope they do.
Well, San means 3, so I'll be Santa. You know, like Santa Claus. Fits, don't you think?
then your bracelet number. I totally forgot. I forgot.
Yeah, it's got a 3 on it. Way to go, super shit.
Just like the mountain had done, Silver thrust out his left hand.
Oh my god, he does have like twowy thing.
Sure enough, the face of the bracelet read 3.
Very well then. I'll go next. My bracelet number's 1. Given that, I think Ace seems appropriate.
I'll be Lotus then, as I'm sure you all know it has 8 petals.
What?
Which means, of course, that my bracelet number is 8.
I would appreciate if you would call me Snake. My bracelet number is 2. Since Ace has chosen cards, I choose dice. Snake eyes, clearly. Which is particularly relevant given that I am blind. Blind? Really?
Well,
Kept his
I didn't
eyes
blink.
closed during the entire ordeal, which suggested something strange. But to hear it said so casually, it was something of a surprise. Everyone seemed a little nervous at the prince's proclamation, but no one seemed to know how to react.
If he has Sherlock voice and Ace has the Yujin Mikotoba voice, are they gonna fuck?
I hope not.
I hope not.
We can't put 2 men next to each other?
Shroom, you're forgetting something very major.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Shroom.
I'm gonna put in offerings. And spoil it.
It's true.
Oh, hi, Botson.
Hi, Botson.
It's Kevin. He rebranded.
I know. I know he did. I know who he is.
Shroom. Even Sketch Pixels is upset at you. Look what you
Wow.
fucking did.
I'm not forgetting anything.
So I don't need to tell you.
No, keep typing.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna spoil it because they can't see this.
Keep typing just in case I did forget a thing. I don't think I'm forgetting anything.
Oh, that part!
Yeah, that part.
I didn't forget about the first part. The first part I was very well aware of.
There was one person over who didn't seem to be surprised in the least. The girl with pink hair.
The second part. Okay, never mind. I want to be Clover. You know, like a 4-leaf clover.
No, I don't.
Good luck, right?
Looking almost bored, she held out her left hand.
Oh,
Four.
face and look.
Face of her bracelet showed the number 4. They'd come around to Junpei. He held out his bracelet. Alright, my number's 5, so my code name's gonna be...
You don't get a code
Why
name.
have one?
We already know your
Not like
name,
there's any point to it
dumbass.
now.
The dancer cut him off in the mid-sentence.
I mean, we all know your name already. You're Junpei.
Oh. They all nodded. He's so sad.
No.
Let him have a code name.
Yeah, Junpei dumb. I don't know how he solves all these escape rooms when his, like...
Connie stepped forward nervously.
when he's got, like, a cube brain.
Then you should all call me by my name too. Because, I mean, it doesn't seem...
That's right, she looks like she has a fucking, like 5 head.
Yeah.
She's Callisto U.
Doesn't seem fair to Jumpy.
You're thinking it's not cool for you to hide your name after you was his? Yeah, chili dogs.
Akane fidgeted awkwardly. Junpei decided he had to do something. What's your bracelet number?
Annie's feet.
I'm not really the authority on Zero Escape, so Quaint, do you think that Junpei can rotate a cow in his brain?
That's a tough one.
it'd be
I
funny if
think
he couldn't, but I
if the
think he
moment
can.
really called for him to do it, he could. But I think if you
It's like
if
how,
if his life was in danger, he could. Like if it was like rotate a cow in your brain or you die, he could. But I think if you just casually ask him like, hey, can you rotate a cow in your brain? He'd be like, what?
What people can do.
He needs the adrenaline for that part of
Yeah.
his brain to work.
Yeah, and then it
He
like
needs to
wrinkles a
like
little
go
bit.
into like hyper crack mode.
hyper crack.
Sherlock, stop
invented a new
inventing
type-
these new dangerous drugs that are gonna kill you in 6 years. No!
I never.
because
guys.
you are the pro of not being able to rotate.
My number is 6.
Alright, cool. She hesitated for a moment, then held out her left hand. As she claimed, the bracelet's face showed 6.
This sweater's too big for me.
Junpei looked at it for a moment and thought, alright then, why don't we call you June?
June! It sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah, you know, it's the 6th month of the year. So, you're June.
That's really fucking dumb.
Connie kneaded her hands and looked up at Junpei uncertain. He smiled back at her reassuringly. Are you good
Congrats
with that?
on your pronouns.
Congrats on your pronoun. Now all you need is the blue hair. I mean, you can replace it with the bolo tie.
Oh, yeah. We
Figures,
thought about
you
it
have
for
bolo-
a few moments. Polo tie.
You have bolo tie.
God, base Junpei, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He thought about it for a few more minutes, then seemed to come to a decision and gave Junpei a small nod. Their names decided, Junpei ran over them quickly in his head. 1 was Ace. 2 was Snake. 3 was Santa. 4 was Clover.
I don't think Santa fits. I'm gonna call you Sand.
Sandass. 5 was Junpei.
Yes, Sanders.
Connie was 6, and Junpei had given her the codename June. 7 was 7. 8 was Lotus. 8 of them, including Junpei, had revealed their bracelet numbers. But there was still one person left.
Hey, asshole.
Oh.
He's just a cardboard cutout at this point. Like, he's like not even a person. He's just...
Can we call him?
Like, they
can we call him Blackstone?
touch him, and like, he just falls over like a flat piece of wood.
It's like a piece of cardboard.
Can we call him Botsoon?
He was
Yeah,
the
let's call
man
him
with glasses and hair like a bird's nest.
Anyway, I want to give him a voice. Come on.
He hadn't said anything since they met on the stairs, and he didn't look like the sort of person who was inclined to conversation. Ugh. His skin was pale, his breathing was heavy, and he was soaked with nervous sweat.
I'm soaked with cum.
No.
His behavior seemed
sorry.
very suspicious, or perhaps simply emotionally unstable.
You're so sussy.
It was difficult to tell.
I
Whatever
know
the
you
case,
took that Fortnite
no, you
card.
did. Whatever the case, it seemed clear that he was only a fingertip's worth of a grip on his sanity. Aren't we all?
Oh, man.
The girl with pink
Aren't
hair,
we
Clover,
all?
walked up to him slowly.
That's
Stress
it.
dog.
That's it. Who took Hop's $19 Fortnite?
I'm
Slay
smiling.
Bert from Sesame Street.
Okay, yeah, the girl. Yeah. He put her hands on her hips and eyed him suspiciously.
What number are you?
He didn't answer. His bloodshot eyes
12.
switched from person to person. His breath came in hot pants.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Pants. I'm sorry.
Came in pants.
Came in pants.
No, don't lick your dry ass lips. Go put some chapstick on, motherfucker.
Dry ass lip having ass.
Yeah. Don't you dare lick them. The man licked his dry lips with a shaking tongue and spoke with a voice like old
He ate
paper.
cocaine, didn't he? Isn't it obvious? There are 9 people here. And you know whose numbers wipe your radar. I'm the only one left. Like Mashida. He ate cocaine like Mashida.
Like Mashida. Do not compare the ninth man to Satoru fucking Mashida.
So you're 9. Yeah.
Out of a
Extended
possible
trembling
5.
arm. Bracelet did indeed say none. Clover looked at it contemptuously.
What's your code name? Code name? Kids next door, yeah. What do you want us to call you? We all made up names. You should too. I don't need one. Why not? Because I'm not gonna stay here with you.
He took a shuddering breath and exhaled. Clover
I
looked at him with
fucking-
something very like disgust.
I despise women. Sorry.
You got some sort of plan? You're gay because you like men. I'm gay because I hate women. We are not the same.
That's a dachi.
Dachi. Dachi!
Yeah, that's what
A
I'm saying.
dachi.
I do. Yeah, what's that? You sure you want to know? Yeah. Alright. Let me show you.
I put the milk first.
Oh god, I hate that sprite.
Kubrick stare.
That's-
Yes.
That's Germa's like millennia like malding stare.
By the time they realized what he was doing, it was too late to stop him.
He looks like he looks like the old Persona art style here. A little
Or
bit.
an
I think
Atlas art style specifically.
Yeah, the old Atlas art style. I think I'm sorry.
It's the eyes.
It's the eyes, yeah.
The man's body moves like a snake. In the blink of an eye, he slid around behind her and wrapped his arm around her waist.
She's holding Philadelphia hostage. Aphrodite.
Aphrodite. Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? He is Bert.
Silvert Santa leapt forward toward Clover and the ninth man. He was halfway there when
Stay back!
suddenly the man's hand dove into his pocket.
I'm gonna
Came out
knife
with a
this.
knife.
What do you
A knife.
have?
A
He held it to
knife.
Clover's pale, quivering neck.
No.
If you get any closer,
I'm gonna
I'll cut her open.
butter some bread with this knife. Looks like a butter knife.
Santa skidded to a
your-
halt. He
I like your
snarled
attempt
at the
at the
scrawny man
perspective.
with the knife
can't
in
do
his
it.
teeth. He growled.
It's like
Easy though.
it's like how you can't. Oh, good
No,
night.
it's you narrow your mouth and you push your tongue out so that Your tongue is going against your teeth, and then you talk like this. Do you understand that?
No.
It's like how you can't pronounce words in Greek. Like you don't I
Ooh, low
don't
blow.
have the part. Yeah, you don't know another language.
I know Japanese. Not a lot, but I do. Anyway, yes, that's right.
That's exactly right, Peach.
And his smile was neither friendly nor reassuring. Sweat poured down his neck, soaking the
Lo-
collar of
Friendly
his
nor
shirt.
name. I thought that
Look-
was good.
Clover, are you alright?
Look-
The Prince Snake's voice sounded oddly concerned.
Lotus is the size of an average human mother.
No!
Average human mother.
What a price!
What a price to pay.
Yeah? I'm fine.
Her voice shook, making her words even less convincing. What the hell are you trying to do?
I told you. This is my plan.
What are you gonna do to her, you sick son of a bitch?
Don't worry. I'm not going to do anything to her. If she does, oddly homosexual, according to. It is the Sherlock boy who is a certified homosexual. I know you
Donnie!
mean like.
Crap!
I know you mean actually, but. If she does what I tell her to, I'll let her go.
Started to move. Started to. I don't know. I'm losing it. Spiraling. He started to move backwards slowly, keeping his grip on Clover.
Yeah, we were talking.
Keeping their distance,
Yeah,
Junpei and the others followed.
yeah, Kevin, we were talking about it earlier. About the time Uchikoshi was
Yeah.
like, "Hey guys, is Snake gay?" And like people on Twitter went,
Yes.
"Yeah," and he went,
Okay.
"Okay, he is now." Okay,
That's cool.
that's fine.
Eventually, the man reached the wall. He
Oh,
gave,
he's
a,
canonically gay now.
he gave a
Yes.
start as his back twitched it, and then glanced around and quickly spoke.
It's terrifying. Huh?
What?
The Philadelphian stand eats too much crack. The left. Look on your left. Do you see the device on the wall? Place your hand on the scanner panel, the round part. What if I don't?
The man's nostrils flared, and he looked like he was about to choke.
You idiot! What do you think? I could slit your throat right now. I'll kill you if I have to. All you need is your bracelet. Just do it! Do it now!
He pressed the knife against Clover's neck hard. Slowly, she stretched her left hand out for the device. Her back was to it, and she had to feel around for a moment before she could found the circular panel. It made a cold electronic noise, and displaying it on her above her hand, an asterisk appeared. Yeah. So that's how it worked, Junpei thought to himself. By placing one's palm on what the ninth man called the scanner panel, the user's bracelet would be entered in the device. So you told numbers in your bracelet, yeah. Yeah, equal the door. Junpei shifted his eyes to the door itself. The number on it was a 5. The ninth man seemed to know a little more about the device's operation than he should. Why had he known exactly what to do?
Good, you're done. Next.
Bloodshot eyes crept from person to person until finally, it stopped on the lion face.
You right?
What about me?
You're the one with the number 1 bracelet, right?
I feel like you know that. Okay, and... Sorry.
Then you're next.
What?
Just verify your number like this little brat did.
No,
What are you doing?
nothing.
Do it!
I wanna. I'm sleepy.
No.
Good night.
Tired. I'm gonna take a nap right here. Sorry, I'm a saddled
Don't you care
man.
what happens, Snore?
I'm still on this fucking sad old man.
Yeah, you know. It's,
Sad old man.
I read that. While Dwayne was going off about sad old men.
Okay, don't have to shout at me. Calm the fuck down.
Wait a minute. Actually, wait.
Ace is a hairy old man. Oh my god.
Can I? Wait, can I? Why can't I do? Why can't you do
So-
like uniform? Why is it always uniform scaling?
For OBS,
Yeah, can I change?
if you hold shift, you can do it
Oh.
individually.
Oh.
And then if you do
There we go.
if you do alt, you can crop it.
Oh. Oh, that's very helpful. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, Ace held up his hands, palms out. Yeah, yeah, in the English dub for the Nonary games, it's Cam Clark for the Ninth Man. Ninth Man jerked his chin toward the device. Slowly, cautiously, Ace moved toward the device. Oh. I'll put it away now. Bit over. Okay. After what seemed like an agonizing eternity, he reached it.
Brother!
Now verify.
Mother!
Why Ace reaction?
Live. It's also Corin.
Wait, Cam Clark
Yeah.
was a Corin voice?
Corn.
Yeah, I know Cam Clark did a lot, but he was a fucking Corin voice? Okay.
Corn.
Ace nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel.
I'm sorry, so I looked something up on the Zero Escape wiki.
Yeah?
Akane's hobby is being with Junpei, and that's the only thing listed.
Wow.
That's bad.
This butter knife is a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. You think that Akane would be a Fibrain child?
Yes. Because she constantly she talks about fucking Ice 9 bullshit.
The crystallization.
The device beeped again and the second asterisk appeared.
Sounds like Jumpy Doll.
Now the device had Clover and Ace's numbers. 4 and 1. 4 plus 5 equals... 4 plus 5 equals... No, 4 plus 1 equals 5. I can't do math, apparently. The same as the number written on the door. But it wouldn't open just yet.
Your brain is cube today.
Only 3 to 5 people. Door needed at least one more person. Who would that be?
Get back.
Get back. Get back. Get back to where you once belong. His voice shook, but the knife he held to Clover's throat made his words a command. Ace took 3. Or, yeah, 2, then 3 steps back.
No further. More than that. Go
What?
all the way back.
Slowly,
No.
Ace did as he was told. Nice man's lips curled into a cruel, twisted smile. That was when Junpei understood his plan.
Sad.
Clover's 4 and Ace's 1, added to the ninth man's 9. 4 plus 1 plus 9 equals 14, and 1 plus 4 equals 5. In other words.
It's also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the English, it was Darby.
Open the game.
Open the door.
Open the door.
I thought you were all so cooperative. Now I can try this nightmare.
He pressed his own hand against the scanner panel. Suddenly 3D. The third asterisk appeared on the screen. He dropped his hand to the lever on the side of the device and pulled.
Isn't Pokemon Masters that have live or die?
Actually, no, that's not 3D. That's like a video file. The door opened with a heavy metallic groan.
Go
Go ahead, Mr. Joster.
Mr. Joester.
He let go of Clover. Wait!
No.
Junpei leapt toward the ninth man, but he wasn't fast enough.
Yeah, it's the one. The only thing I know about Pokemon Masters is That's the one
Older.
where Leon and Raihan are blowjob brothers.
Pokemon Master Sex.
Sex.
The
Yeah,
man
pretty
shoved Clover. Hopped through the door.
Okay, have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now.
See you later.
Well then,
The Meat Boys.
The
goodbye.
meat grinder.
The Meat Boys. That's a really good nickname for them.
He raised his hand and waved, a twisted smirk on his face.
The
as he was
Super
gone.
Meat Boys. Fucking Christ.
The door ground shut with a dull clang of metal on metal. Clover! Are you alright?
Crack.
I need crack. Snake ran to
No
Clover's...
more crack. Stop it. Shut up.
Tastes funny! Snake ran to Clover's side as she lay on the floor.
Yeah, I'm fine.
She climbed unsteadily to her feet, and once there, leaned heavily on Snake's shoulder for support.
He was in. Who was he in the Shark Tale video game?
What?
Cam Clark was in the Shark Tale game.
Junpei ran to the door. The others followed him. Several pairs of hands grabbed hold of the handles and pulled. It grunted and strained, but... Shit! Won't budge! That was when Lotus, the dancer, spoke. Her voice was quiet.
Do you hear something?
I'm trying to listen for who asked.
Like, what?
Like some sort of beeping.
Junpei pressed his ear against the cold metal of the door. The others said the same.
It froze for me for 1 second, and it stopped when it was like, it sounds like B.
You're right.
Bees.
I can hear it too.
What is it?
They heard some... Then they heard something else. It was the ninth man.
Bro, it's just like... It's like Kazumi Mishima from my favorite game, Danganronpa 7. Sorry.
Why is it stopping? God damn it!
Tekken?
Yeah, because
You lied!
it's a character also in Tekken named that. Lied.
That's not supposed to happen. This is wrong.
Kind of funny though.
This is wrong.
His voice shook
Have you-
with fear.
Have you considered it's funny though?
Safe on the
It is
outside, they
funny.
stepped back from the door and looked at one another.
I like watching you squirm, you sad son of a bitch.
Good
Yeah.
lord, what is happening in there?
What?
Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, at this time of night, in this part of the boat, localized entirely behind the fifth door.
Yes.
Wish you would stay longer.
Can I see it?
No.
I'm sorry.
Open the door, please. I'm begging you.
Did you guys hear something?
Help me.
I think we should.
Please get me out of here.
Get me
Help
out
me!
of this
Get me out of
nightmare.
here! Oh fuck!
Please get me out of here.
It's like the sound set. It's like the dude from the sound settings Saw game.
Help me!
Get me out of
Get
here.
me out of here!
Junpei
Oh,
grabbed a hold of the
fuck!
device. He slammed his hand on the scanner panel. Nothing happened. Why didn't it register him? Look at the display where the asterisk had shown up. It said engaged.
Yeah, oh my God, there's no time left. Listen. I was lied to. He lied to me. He put me in here. It was him. He killed me. It was him.
He didn't have enough. He's losing spirit power. He didn't have enough to wear out talisman. He didn't put enough in his mouth.
And he exploded.
Die.
It's like Kazumi Mishima.
Explosion rocked the room. Instinctively, they ducked and stood up slowly when they realized there was no danger. No one spoke. Silence filled the room.
So you guys can admit that was kind of funny, right?
It's just a prank.
Yeah.
In that silence, the electronic tone that echoed across the room sounded as loud as a gunshot. All eyes turned toward it. It had come from the device mounted next to the door. The display changed from engaged to vacant. Let's see if we could open it. 7.
Do you
The
want
mountain
to?
swallowed hard. He nodded and placed his hand on the scanner panel. A red asterisk appeared on the LCD panel. The device had registered Junpei's bracelet. 5. This was not enough, however. At least 2 more people were needed. Junpei asked. Doesn't matter, but
Santa and June.
Santa and June, yeah. That's all 3 of us.
Santa and June. You think you could give me a hand here? It was a
No.
little too on the nose, but the move was so grim.
Shut the fuck up.
Santa and June lifted their eyes silently. He verified, and she followed suit. 6 plus 3... 6... I can't... 5 plus... 5, you know what? Yeah, 5.
5.
I'm not gonna read those every time. They fulfill the
5.
conditions.
Sherlock, what the fuck are you talking about?
5! Oh
No,
wow,
it's
did you...
not a-
Oh wow, did you learn how to
not a-
count that high finally? You
know,
don't have to
actually,
rub it in!
He's got a point.
If they were to pull the lever on the side.
You ever considered it? 5?
I love this. Oh, the music, finally.
Oh,
Are
it's
you
good.
guys ready? I'm gonna open it. Junpei grabbed the lever and looked back over his shoulder. He stiffened and nodded. Junpei nodded back and set his mouth on a grim line. He slowly lowered the lever. There was a metallic groan and the door slid open. A breath of air drifted out of it, carrying a stench that nearly made them gag. Junpei grimaced and put a hand over his mouth.
Oh my god!
Oh my fucking god, he fucking dead.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Lotus and Ace shuddered. 7 grunted. Whoa, that's pretty bad. Even Santa's voice shook.
He blew up.
It
Yeah?
appeared that Santa was right. The hallway on the other side of the door was splattered with chunks of torn flesh and dark red blood.
Oh, Discord didn't like that.
Well, that's fine. The shriek
I-
echoed across the room. It had come from June. With her strength, then her strength
That's
left her and she
me.
dropped. As Junpei turned to catch her, the door groaned shut. She crumpled to the floor. June, are you okay? Junpei dropped to his knees and put his arms around her shoulders. That was when he noticed her whole body was feverish. She was radiating intense heat.
He looks like
What
he's
the hell? Where did this
screaming.
fever come from?
Ah!
June didn't answer. Her face looked like wax and her whole body began to shake. Alright, let's just rest for a minute, okay? Think you can walk? She nodded weakly. Junpei lifted June to her feet and guided her to a nearby chair. Here we go. Gently as he could, he set her down in it. How are you feeling? Are you alright? She nodded, and as she did, a single huge tear rolled down the side of her face.
Hi. Why did this happen?
Her voice
Connection-
cracked, broken by misery and grief and choked by sobs.
Connection terminated. Sorry to interrupt you, Akane, if you still even remember that name. But I'm afraid you've been misinformed. I'm sorry.
Well,
I've been
I was trying to get a little quirky at night.
I mean, it make that speech fucking makes sense. Cause he like traps them all in there and like lights the motherfucker on fire.
The incinerator gets a little quirky at night. That's awful.
Connection terminated. Yeah, so that's what happens at the end of like Five Nights at Freddy's 6. The dude shows up and like he traps all the like ghosts or whatever in the pizzeria, and then just sets it on fire, killing everyone in there, including himself. The speech is badass. I'm sorry. I will all anyway. Just keep fucking going. It's the most pathetic tangent I've ever been on. Guys, this thing in Five Nights at Freddy's. Never even played the fucking game.
You good?
No. My meds are
Junpei spun
wearing
around.
off.
Any of you know what the fuck is going on here? What's
Where's
Zero?
the-
What's this nonary game? Come on, anybody? Anything? What the hell is
What?
going on? What are we doing here? No one spoke. Ace, Snake, Santa, Clover, 7, and Lotus. Every day sucks.
Every day sucks at your Junes.
I was gonna. Okay, evil Nanako would be like, every day
Every day
sucks at your
sucks at
Junes.
your Junes.
I mean, we live that reality of evil
Yeah.
Nanako.
Evil
Oops.
Nanako. So you know how so I was going through the Persona 4 Arena Ultimax settings again to
Yeah?
make Adachi the navigator, but you have to fucking unlock it.
Oops.
You have to do the score attack on the hardest difficulty 4
Hi.
times in a row
Hi.
to unlock Adachi as the navigator. Which sucks.
They simply stood there, 7 pairs of downcast eyes and 7
so-
grim lines for mouths.
While I was looking through those settings, I noticed that you could change the voiceover for like all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can choose between the ringside announcer, Nanako, Dojima, and then all the people in the Velvet Room. And then I changed the main menu music to the Junet music, just as God intended.
Did you say... Did you say Dojima?
Great vegetables.
Great vegetables!
Great vegetables.
June's
Fucking
body
idiot.
shook with silent sobs. They slowed as the minutes ticked by, and eventually they stopped. Suddenly, in the cold, heavy silence that enveloped them like a thick fog, a bell began to ring. The clock in the central hall. 7, 8, 9, 10 times.
7.
And then on the 10th ring it stopped, the sound of the bell faded away into silence.
10 o'clock, huh?
They said that each one of them had been thinking. That means it's been an hour since there was a little announcement.
I've come to make an announcement.
7's deep voice echoed across the room.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I've had enough of this crap.
Yeah.
Santa leapt to his feet, his fist clenched.
I'm pretty sure Santa is in second place for the most fucks ever said in this series.
Yeah, probably.
Who's first?
Dio.
Yeah.
Oh.
He said it 42 times.
42.
Sigma, you fucking idiots!
The Ace front spray makes me wish I could. Faces. Shroom has prosopagnosia.
A little bit.
Yeah, they can't remember faces.
A little bit.
Great vegetable.
Like,
Bring vegetables.
it's not to the point where like faces like literally like don't have features. Like faces just don't fucking make sense. But like some people's faces are way more similar than they actually are. My face like just like doesn't.
You should get that checked out.
Right.
Yeah, maybe you should.
How? What would be done for me? What could possibly be done for me?
You can't.
You could probably get diagnosed at least.
You can't.
Why?
You can't rotate faces in your brain.
I mean,
Why
at
would
least
I
you
get
at least
diagnosed?
you would know for sure.
What the fuck is
But-
that?
But I know for sure.
Well, you know for doubly sure.
Look at the gift Tina's just sent.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's terrifying.
Fix it. Choice.
Adachi.
man. Adachi. That's terrible.
Yeah, I have
Alright, anyway, Santa.
yeah, I have minor
How
face
long are we gonna
blindness.
pussy?
Oh. Pussy.
Pussy.
Oh yeah, why would I get that diagnosed? I clearly know that I have it.
We've only got 8 hours until the time limit Zero was going on about is up. Hurry the fuck up. Get going already. I thought he was like,
His
God.
outburst fell on deaf ears. No one seemed to agree with him. They stared
You
back
know,
at him.
like-
Their eyes
sorry.
blank and their faces tired.
Sorry, I'm looking for who asked.
You know how like when humans look at monkey faces, like they all look the same?
That example is literally used in this game.
Oh.
That's
Nice.
literally.
That's literally a conversation in this game.
Okay, well. Anyway.
Finally, Lotus spoke.
No, I refuse.
You're gonna die of some funky sprites.
I'm not gonna end up like him.
Him? You mean the 9th man? You mean that motherfucker?
Of course.
One of
Who
me.
else?
Good.
In his mind's eye, Junpei saw the corpse again. The dark reddish
He
black pool
can
of
rotate
blood.
cows in his brain.
Scattered pieces of flesh. Organs strewn across the floor like the blossoming of a grotesque flower. The explosion that had torn through his body had been powerful. The knife's neck had been twisted at an odd angle. Junpei suspected the detonation had thrown him against the wall. Half of his face was crushed, and the other half was covered in blood. Most of his abdomen had been emptied either by the explosion or by gravity. He had landed on his back, and the stark white ribs jutted out of his chest like the legs of some sort of macabre crab.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah. I want to say, like, originally there were actually going to be CGs. And they spared
No.
us.
Thank fucking God.
Wait, I don't know if
would-
that's... I don't really remember if that's actually true or not. Like, if it is, they spared
So-
us.
Wait, hold on. Say that again?
I said, I want to say that there might have originally been CGs.
Oh. Alright, well.
Junpei felt something flip in his stomach. Yeah.
Good.
Somewhere down the line it would have been cut.
I think he just screwed up.
Eyebrows went up and Santa continued.
They like Dwayne Johnson, like stare. Probably set off some sort of trap and that killed him. I'm not gonna screw up like that. Getting out of here alive.
That's funny.
Whatever Snake was
hilarious.
laughing at, Santa did not find to be particularly humorous.
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna like touch your ass real quick.
Slap it.
Oh, yeah?
Buenos dias, Mandy.
This Dio Snake. Imbecile.
What's so goddamn funny?
Oh, my apologies. You were just so very confident. I couldn't help myself.
Wait, you wanna fight about it?
I'll kick your
Yeah.
ass.
I'll kick your ass.
I think you've mistaken the situation.
Huh?
The 9th man's death. It had nothing to do with a trap, or at least it's not the sort of trap you imagine it did.
Then
He broke one of Zero's rules. That was why he died. Quite simple if you think about it.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm pretty sure
You still
Uchikoshi-
don't? Alright.
I'm pretty sure Uchikoshi on Twitter was also like, "Yo, wouldn't it be they kiss?" and
How
the
funny.
Zero Escape fandom was like, "Yeah, it'd be hilarious." And he's like, "Cool."
Haha, yeah, hilarious. That's us.
Yeah, two
Yeah.
men.
Two men.
Two men in the same.
Hey, wouldn't it be funny?
No.
Funny.
No. Okay.
No, I'm not talking about. No.
Alright, how about you take a moment and think back to what Zero said? Specifically, what did he say about the number of people?
He said only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door.
Right?
And after that, you've forgotten the relevant part. What does Zero say?
I wasn't fucking listening.
Santa furrowed his brow in thought.
Clearly.
Sorry,
Junpei
sorry,
thought
my
back.
brain is
Zero
my
said,
cube-shaped.
all those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute, right? I think it was something like that. Whatever it was, it means that groups of less than 3 or more than 5 can't go. That is correct. A gold star for you, Junpei.
At least one person listens here.
At least 1% has a brain cell.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
You overestimate me. Santa inclined his neck toward Junpei. The 9th man, however, broke that rule. He tried to pass through a number door by himself. That was why he was executed.
That's why he exploded.
It's funny.
The Zero's watching us from somewhere, making sure we don't break any rules. Oh, I'm not so sure of that. Why not? Because this execution system is entirely automatic. You didn't notice?
No.
No, I didn't.
There's no need for him to monitor us. I'm sorry, not all of us can be galaxy brains like you, sir. What do you mean?
You don't even have eyes.
If I wasn't blind, it would be over for you bitches.
You don't even have eyes.
I don't need eyes to kick your ass.
Good point. Carry on.
Snake looked at Seven with what can only be described as pity inside. Well,
Good point,
looked is a
continue.
generous.
How did he look at him? I'm curious.
Very well.
Towards him.
I see it must be me who tells you. I have waited long enough, I suppose. I'd hoped Zero might spare me the trouble, but...
The boys canceled on social media for for bullying a blind person.
the game doesn't enough.
Yeah.
That seems increasingly unlikely. You couldn't see them, of course. See, there it reminds us again. But perhaps Snake sensed the confused eyes upon him. When Ace spoke, he gave words to everyone else's thoughts.
Do you know something?
Well, I know a great many things, but yes.
Oh, I love him.
What is it you know?
What would you like to
I
know?
know you're an ass.
You're
I'm sorry, an ace.
That wasn't funny.
Here.
Comedy isn't one of the things you know, huh?
Mm.
Snake removed a card from the pocket of his jacket.
It just says like ratio on it.
Ratio. With a flourish, he presented it to Ace, who took a close look at it and spoke.
Come on now, what the fuck is this? Give me that.
Santa snatched the card from Ace, but his expression of disgust quickly turned to one of confusion.
Sorry, I can't read. One of you guys wanna? Can someone else read this? Snake, you read it.
Are you serious?
Seven took it out of Santa's hands.
Put
Oh,
salt in
I
the
see.
wound then, huh?
The card went from Seven to Lotus, from Lotus to
see.
June, and finally Junpei.
I see, unlike someone here.
You're just asking for axe kicking now at this point.
He's
He
gonna
looked
jump
at it
through
and
the
understood.
It kick our ass.
This is Braille. Braille, the written language of the...
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't remember?
No.
The card was covered with small embossed bumps. Junpei could recognize it, but he certainly couldn't read it. Sorry, guys, I can't read this.
We
Junpei
know.
handed the card back to Snake, who nodded at him with a small smirk.
Okay, that was fun.
Cool.
What's so important about that card?
I found it in my pocket. I can only assume it is a message from Zero.
From Zero.
A message?
What does it say?
Blind Edward's grandpa looking ass. Suddenly, everyone was crowding around Snake, desperate to hear what the message said. Santa especially looked as if he were about to grab hold of Snake and shake the answers from him.
I'm thinking about there's that one tweet that's like, how are you supposed to communicate with blind people if they can't see? They're like, never mind, they have ears. That's Santa.
Snake raised
How are
his
you
hand.
supposed to communicate
Calm
with
down
blind
now.
people?
No need to panic.
Me?
You don't need to force me, I'll read it. Junpei swallowed hard and waited for him to start. He was not the
Vision
only
quote.
one. Presently, Snake began to read, his voice calm. His fingers
Hunt some
glided over the
Reggies.
tiny bumps as he spoke.
Don't talk to me about the fucking Reggies, Kevin.
Reggie Gigagas.
Bracelet
No.
number 2. Since you are
What?
not blessed with sight, I shall bless you and only you with information. I shall tell you the function of the red, of the dead, and of the bracelet.
And of the
And
redemption.
of the redemption.
I did it first. Yeah.
The red is a
Um,
Should I read this as still Snake, or should I just read it?
Dude, just
I
read
don't
it.
know.
Yeah.
Whatever
The
you
red is a recognition device. It will
Well,
verify your number. Or I could read it in chills, because it's supposed to be
You
0.
could, so, Kevin,
Oh, yeah, sure.
with the Reggies when I was playing.
Yeah, it took him
Pokemon
40 minutes to catch
Sword,
Registeel.
40 minutes. It took me 40 minutes and like
And then
100.
And then it took him
Ultra
like
Balls.
20 minutes total to catch both Regirock and Ice, or something like that.
Oh, I wanted to kill somebody. Like I had a full-on like meltdown.
Journal level
like-
Oh,
meltdown.
it was funny.
This Registeel was such a pain.
Okay, beside every numbered door, you will find a red. Dead is the deactivation
Dead.
device. The dead does exactly what it says. Once you have passed through the numbered door, you must use the dead to stop the detonator in your bracelet. But perhaps you are wondering, what does the detonator detonate? I'm afraid this may be something of a surprise. I've placed a
detonates
small
your-
bomb inside of you, and the people
It
whom
detonates
you are about... Your
your
cock!
cock. There we go.
God damn it! All this with destroying my cock with you.
Well, it'll stop happening when it's not funny
It's
anymore.
not funny. What will happen when I'm
Never.
dead? The people
Then
And the
look at
people
the
whom you're
killing
about to meet.
myself.
with these
He would never.
cold, bare hands. You swallowed it while you were unconscious. I have no doubt that by the time you read this note, the bomb will have passed your stomach and found its way into your small intestine.
Big words for someone with a flat cock.
In other words, you would be unable to regurgitate it. It's just you do not try, then fucking shit it out.
You know.
As I mentioned before, the bracelet on your left hand contains a detonator.
That would take longer than 9 hours to fit it out.
Think of it as a remote fuse or timer for the bomb in your body.
Luckily, I'm a competitive shitter.
There's only one condition with which will cause it to detonate. That condition is that you enter a numbered door. Once you have done so, the timer will activate no matter who you may be. You have 81 seconds. After that, if after that time the detonator has not been activated, it will send a signal to the bomb in your body instructing it to explode. In order to deactivate the detonator, every person who verified their number at the red must also verify their number at the dead.
Let's start deactivating the bomb.
Once all numbers have been verified by the dead, you need only pull the levers at its side and the countdown will cease. You want
When
to
are we gonna play Trauma Center?
Trauma Center,
Our
second.
Trauma Center? Play Under the Knife. Because, actually, isn't Second Opinion Under the Knife on the Wii, basically?
It's on the Wii.
Yeah.
Like, it's a remake, basically?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or a port?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone who's not verified their number at the red will find themselves unable to verify their number at the dead.
What's happening after the break?
That's
I'm
just,
deactivating the bomb.
After
that
the
is to
break?
say, if you should pass through a numbered door without first verifying your number at the red, in 81 seconds you will be dead.
And there is no redemption.
You must also keep in mind that the number doors will automatically close after 9 seconds have passed. As long as the door is open, the dead will not function. You would do well to remember this. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1, you escape from the ship. 2, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or detects its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. There's no other way to remove your bracelets. If you attempt to force it off or disable the detonator, the bomb with you will immediately explode.
That's funny.
This is all the information which I can impart to you. How you choose to use it is for you to decide. If used wisely, you can eliminate those who might be of danger to you. For a time, you would be able to control your fate. I wish you the best of luck.
I love you. Goodbye.
Snake finished reading and carefully returned the card to his pocket. The message had been lengthy, but its meaning was clear. Only those who verified their number at the red could pass through the numbered doors.
Yes, we know.
Teams could not increase or decrease their numbers. The Reds, Deads, and Bracelets enforced the rules. They were judge, jury, and executioner. In defiance of Zero's struggles, both Santa and Seven put fingers down their throats and began to gag. The rest stiffened, some touched their stomachs, but simply stared at their bracelets.
Oh, I was gonna make a joke.
Junpei gingerly touched his stomach. There was a bomb inside his body.
Seven's gagging, but for some reason Santa is
Throat goat?
throat glizzy gladiator.
Actually, I'm the throat goat.
He's the the glizzy gladiator.
Glizzy gladiator here. The thought of it made him queasy. His stomach felt oddly hollow and his legs were weak. Why had Zero designed such a ludicrous game?
Spaghetti.
Junpei looked over at the others. Alright, I'm gonna ask one more time. Do any of you know anything about Zero? They were all silent, each person waiting to hear what the others would say. Finally, Santa spoke.
Actually, I saw him. I saw Zero when I got grabbed. I didn't see his face, though. Just as impressive. Son of a bitch was wearing some kind of gas mask. I'm sorry. Now that we've brought up the two men in a room, I cannot help myself.
Yeah.
The hell? Come on, guys, give me something. You know, like surprise or
Instead,
something.
it was Santa who looked surprised. There was a moment of silence and everyone spoke at once. Yeah, I saw
Nobody
him too.
asked.
Me too. Gas mask.
You're not special.
Okay, and
What?
the stories were sorted out, the truth became clear. All of their stories were the same. They had been abducted at home at midnight. The person claiming to be Zero had worn a mask. There had been white smoke, and each person passed out. Just imagine Adachi is also in the room. When they awoke, they had found themselves on D-deck in a room with a 3-level bunk bed. Only 7 stories seemed to lack the details of the others. Oh, me? Yeah, well, mine was just like the rest of yours. That was all he said. It occurred
Yeah,
to Junpei at the time that it sounded somewhat strange, but he didn't press the issue. He hadn't done so because there was something that struck him as even stranger. There was a mystery of the relationship between Snake and Clover. For some reason, they had been abducted from the same room and woken up in the same room. Junpei looked at them thoughtfully. So, what's the deal with the two of you, anyway? It was Clover that answered. Clearly, she felt she had nothing to hide.
Siblings.
Siblings?
Yes? Snake is my older brother, obviously. That means I'm his little sister.
Do you see the resemblance?
That really
No.
so hard to understand?
Yes,
Can't you see
very.
the resemblance?
Junpei was taken aback. The others seemed
Snake-
just as surprised. He is correct, of course.
Can't you see the resemblance? Everyone can except Snake.
He laid his hand on Clover's shoulders. Are you surprised? Well, yeah, but why? There are other people here with connections to one another. Those two, for instance. Snake pointed at Junpei and June. How did he know where to point when... Okay, I guess Junpei
No,
spoke. But how could he know where June was?
No, he pointed, and then Clover like shimmied him.
He's
Yeah.
Just like she's just
like,
like, hold on.
over here.
There.
Well, he could have gone by voice direction.
Well, yeah, but June never spoke.
I mean, he could have assumed that they were next to each other, considering Junpei like helped June when she fell over. I think it makes sense. And they hadn't moved from that spot. Oh, you mean between Jumpy and me?
Ace.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I'm busy not giving a shit. You did say you were childhood friends, huh?
You went to school together.
Yeah.
Jumpy had to stay behind several grades, though.
June glanced at Junpei, uncomfortable with the sudden attention. Junpei felt somewhat nervous as well and tried to scratch his head as casually as possible.
Hey, you think maybe we could figure out who Zero is this way?
Yeah, you're right. You connect the dots between the victims that leads to the perp. Textbook stuff.
Junpei, June, does any of this ring a bell?
Ring a bell?
Ring, ring, ring a bell. Okashi no koi janai mo.
They looked at one another, and it was... And like it was staged, they both tilted their neck at the same time.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Well, perhaps you went to school with the son of a multimillionaire.
A millionaire?
What?
Son?
Well, someone bought this boat, set up all of this. Whoever Zero is, they must be incredibly rich.
I heard it used to be owned by the Cujo family.
Well, we can't be sure of that. To me, it seems as though this is the work of an organization. Zero's most likely simply the representative of a larger group.
What sort of organization?
It could be a number of things. What's the most evil thing I can think of? A pharmaceutical company.
Oh yeah, it's pretty evil. I mean, have you seen the
Pretty
price
evil.
of insulin lately?
You know, I heard they're going to be capping it at $35. It just got passed.
Oh,
It did.
that's base.
It is.
Thank God.
Perhaps it's all some sort of psychological.
Just a prank.
If it is, then it's a pretty fucked up experiment. I mean, come on, a guy's dead.
The words dead hung in the air, heavy and ominous. The room went quiet again.
I don't know what the hell this Zero asshole is, but I know for sure he's got to be pretty.
It's gotta be pretty.
Fucked up in the head, I mean in a fight.
I mean, it's fine. Yes, I mean, penis.
Yes, I mean eating a penis. What was that?
What?
I said in a fight.
Oh, yeah.
If this was all one guy, then he'd have some serious issues.
Even with the specter of death hanging over them, their discussion continued for some time. In the end, however, they learned nothing. By the time they finished, 1.5 of their 9 hours were gone. All they had to show for it was impatience.
Man, look, we've only got 7.5 hours left, okay? You really sure you want to just sit around?
No one was willing to argue this time.
Alright. There's only one way for us to proceed.
They're not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing. Thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Correct, and so long as we follow the rules, we will most likely be alright.
Hopefully.
But what?
Who's going to go in which door?
June looked toward
You.
the number doors.
You!
Oh, yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we have to split. Let's split up, gang!
Wait,
That's the dumbest thing
Lotus
I've
looked
heard here.
terrified.
It's the dumbest
I'm
thing I've
telling
heard here, and Santa's talking.
I'm telling you now, there's no way in hell I'm going through door 5.
Come on, don't be a bitch.
Call me whatever the hell you want, I'm not going in there. If I'm gonna have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
Okay, and we were doing so well.
He shook his head sadly. Sad old man.
Sad old man. Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. I own an air fryer. Someone else can go into door 5. Oh god, not you too.
Hey man, I just bought these shoes. If you think I'm getting some creepy guy's blood all over, you've got another think coming.
And that was the last straw. What the hell, man? Aren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah. Doesn't mean I wanted to go in door 5.
Oh god.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Here we go again.
Oh god, we're all gonna die.
There was an awkward silence. Finally, Seven spoke. Fine. I'll go to door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else want to come with me? There was another
No.
long silence. This
Nope.
time, Snake was the one to break it. I'll go.
Wait, if he's going, I'll go too. I mean,
So enthusiastic now, are we?
shut up!
What?
Don't worry, you'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
'cause
That's
he's-
not an answer.
It's because he's smart.
If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to do.
They step forward.
Sad old man.
If I join you, the problem's solved, right? 7 and 2. If you add 4 and my 1, the digital root will be 5.
Does the math. Love that animation.
She stopped mid jump from where I was watching, so it kind of looked like she was just like, it was like one of those.
No, she
the
actually
end of a
does in her
movie.
animation.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it has it hangs
Wait.
in the air for a few frames.
okay.
Yeah, a little bit. The 4 of us can go in door 5.
Wait. What about the other 4? What's their digital root? Well, it happens to be a nice 4.
No,
Happens to be a
Oh my
nice
God,
even
really?
4. Yeah.
No, I mean like, hey, add these together, asshole.
Yeah, they want to make sure that you can do the math. You repeated what he
But they
determined.
give you a calculator.
But what if I can't do
Yeah,
the
well, you
math?
can do the you can use the calculator, but they want to make sure you're like paying attention. It's 4.
No.
And for 4 bracelet numbers, and the digital root is 4.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out. I'll miss you.
They ran over the team assignments in his head one more time. 4 people go into 5. 7, Snake, Clover, and Ace. 4 people go into 4. Lotus, Santa, June, and Junpei. Junpei had to ask himself if the teams were what he really wanted. Beyond door 5 was what remained of the 9th man. He never wanted to see that thing again. But something in him said it would be unwise to not examine the corpse even a little closer. Of course, he went through door 5. He wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. True, it would be impossible for him to bring June with him through door 5, but that would mean... Or it would be possible, but that would mean he would have to see the horrific carnage that waited there. Junpei didn't want that. Junpei was torn. Should he stay silent and go through door 4? Should he stop them all and insist on 5? As he turned his options over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
Alright. Seem we've reached a conclusion.
We began to walk toward door 5. Clover and Snake followed with 7 a short distance behind. Junpei...
Which one has the Funyarimpa?
Not yet.
Oh.
4 has the Funyarimpa, but... Hey, wait! Junpei's cry echoed across the room.
You're depriving us of Funyarimpa?
Because I'm going towards the route that actually lets you complete the game.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh.
4 people walked toward the door and stopped. Turned back toward him. I want to go through door 5 too.
What?
The words were scarcely out of his mouth when June spoke up.
What? What are you saying, Jumpy?
I don't know. I just think it'd be fun.
If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you.
He turned to look around to look at her. No, you can't. I can't take you with me.
Why?
Well, you know what's in there, don't you? You sure you want to see that? She didn't open her mouth as if to say something, but instead closed it again and looked at the floor. Junpei felt
Compelling
an
argument.
ache in his chest at her clear distress, but the choice was not his to make. There was nothing else he could do. Junpei turned away from June, doing his best to silence his turbulent emotions. Please, let me go into door 5. Devin scratched his head and looked at the young man. Man, now we're right back where we started. You know that? Junpei's bracelet number is 5, right? If we're going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us. Snake turned to Ace. Ace, please take good care of Clover.
Oh, okay.
he said okay, you know, like a liar.
Oh,
You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door 4 with the others.
oh!
Don't be so selfish. Snake's tone was harsh. Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off. Snake's expression softened, but he put his arms around Clover. He held her close and whispered into her ear, "You'll be fine. Just relax." It looked as though he whispered 2 or 3 more words, but whoever they were, Junpei didn't hear them. He couldn't help but wonder what the other man had said. Snake pulled back from his sister, and his eyes kind and inquiring. How could she tell they're closed?
I understand.
Her voice was barely audible from where Junpei stood. Before long, her new teams were assembled. Those going to 5, 7, Snake, and Junpei. Those going to 4, Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover.
Yeah.
I'll miss you, Snake.
7, Snake, and Junpei scanned their numbered bracelets in quick succession. The screen of
Alright, it's the Quack show.
Yay!
the screen of the red showed 3 asterisks. Alright, let's go. Junpei glanced around one last time, his hand resting on the lever of the red.
Okay. Please be careful.
Be careful,
Concern was
Snake.
written plainly across her face. Junpei looked her in the eye and gave what he understood was a reassuring nod. He pulled the lever.
Oh god, it's on fire!
What?
Ah!
Huh? Fire?
What's on fire?
I lit a paper towel on fire.
Oh.
Why?
I didn't mean to.
Oh, you're
Well, I kinda did.
crazy.
I mean, I kind of meant to.
The sharp clack of a lock release and the door swung open.
I don't know, something told me to stick it in the candle.
You're a
Ahead of
fucking
them in
psychopath.
the small hallway were the pitiful remains of the ninth man. For a moment, Junpei froze. Try as he might, his eyes would not leave the corpse, and his feet would not leave the floor. 7-2 seemed paralyzed. Snake, on the other hand, seemed unconcerned. He walked calmly down the bloody hallway and
No
only
shit.
stopped when he realized his companions were not following him.
What?
Do you intend
What's
to
wrong?
kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you? He hadn't even bothered to turn around. His head was, at most, slightly cocked. Cocked toward one shoulder. Junpei and Seven looked at one
Oh,
another,
God.
nodded, and threw themselves through the door. As they did, a cold tone sounded from the left wrist of all 3 men. Seven and Junpei looked down at their bracelets. On both of them, and on Snake's, a red skull flickered to life. The detonator began its countdown. It scarcely processed this information when... With a metallic slam, the numbered door behind them swung shut. I was thinking, I wonder if they I wonder if they still have all the 3D assets they use to make the renders for this game.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because stuff like that is like stuff that gets lost easily.
Mm-hmm.
Like in just like some random ass hard drive at
Yeah.
at Spike Chunsoft. Unless they could find the device that would deactivate the detonators on their wrist, they would not be leaving the hallway.
Let's start deactivating the bomb.
Hey, where's the dead? Fear and urgency in Seven's face reflected what all three of them felt.
I don't know.
Junpei spun around, searching desperately for the dead. He found it easily enough. It was on the wall next to the closed door labeled 5. Found it! Right here! As he yelled, he struck the scanner with his hand. The other two scrambled to follow suit. He's so fucking pale. As soon as they finished, Snake threw the lever down.
The carpet.
Carpet?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it stopped. He
Yeah, because
spoke-
when I lit the paper towel
You
on
burned the
fire, I couldn't
carpet?
put it out. I couldn't put the fire up by blowing on it, so I had to drop it and get my water bottle and pour water on it.
Oh my god, you psychopath.
As he spoke, Junpei wiped the sweat from his forehead with a trembling hand.
I mean,
Goddamn thing's gonna be a heart attack.
Shroom.
A muscle stood on Seven's neck and the corner of his mouth were twitching.
Shroom at me. Wait, did I burn the carpet?
Hey, June.
Jumpy, are you alright?
No.
Are you
Clover?
guys okay?
They could hear anxious voices muffled but distinct from the other side of the door. Yeah, we're fine. The detonators have been deactivated.
We have deactivated the bomb.
They heard relieved sighs, and even through the door, the three men could feel the tension disperse. Alright, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?
You don't
The
tell
button
me.
on the carpet.
You don't tell me what to do.
Okay.
Santa.
In this in this episode of the boys stream, Shroom lights their house on fire.
That's funny. Santa.
I hope. Oh, sure thing. Sorry.
They heard footsteps moving away, and before long they were alone again. Junpei looked around. The hallway hit a dead end 20 or 30 feet from where they stood. A thick iron wall blocked their way. Try as they might to force it, the wall refused to move. To the left, however, was a wooden door that looked positively inviting by comparison. In the middle of it was a plaque that read First Class. A first-class cabin, huh? Well, it seems like it. Let's have a look then, shall we?
Damn, I could get used to this, dude.
I'm gonna live here.
You're gonna live here?
Without hesitation, Snake opened the door and stepped inside. Seven followed closely behind him. Junpei moved to follow them as well, but he stopped just short of the threshold and looked back, not knowing why. Lying in the small hallway was a man's body, or at least what was left of it. He tried hard to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but it just wouldn't leave his mind. What had once been a man's internal organs now looked so much like vomit. Though someone had chewed up and spit out the better part of his torso. It was hideous, but worse still, it was cruel. It was hard to believe that the thing on the floor had once been human. A black pool of thick blood.
Even if he was a bitch.
Lumps of glistening flesh spread across the floor, the awkward twisted angle of the shredded intestines, and wrenched to some grotesque unnatural position. The man's glasses lay next to his head. The
Question.
tense- Yeah?
Huh?
Do you think there's ever been like a record of someone being blown up from the inside?
Probably.
I don't want to think about it.
Do you think it exists on the internet?
What? True.
They didn't give us a CG and they keep describing it, and I don't want to put it in my brain. I just want to see it in my eyes.
Shroom goes on bestgore.com live on stream.
Been on Best Gore, and it's a Hollow Hoax website. Also, I think it's dead.
The lenses were cracked.
Oh shit! I just demonetized our whole channel.
Way to go, super
Oops.
shit.
The
We're
men's-
not monetized.
Monetized? Yeah. The man's glasses lay next to his head. The lenses were cracked and
You
the
know,
frame
Best Gore's
bent
been
and
gone for a
distorted.
while.
Who the fuck would want to pay us?
Next to the glasses lay a bracelet. The number 9 still displayed on his face. You die.
We've read this all before.
Live leak. Jesus fuck.
Suddenly, Junpei felt his stomach convulse and an out of muscle gripped his throat.
Scrub.
He clapped his hands over his mouth and ran to the first-class cabin. Oh no, he's gonna puke. The atmosphere changed immediately. The room was gorgeous, and despite the apparent age of the ship, none the worse for wear. He looked around. Seventh and Snake were nowhere to be seen. There were 2 doors on the right side of the room. He opened the one on his right and went through. On the other side of the door was a short hallway. He jogged down the hallway and opened
Oh.
the door at the other end and peeked through.
Skill issue.
Skill issue. There they were, to his right, busy examining something. He stepped through the door and walked toward them. What's up? Check this out. We found this thing here at the door. The red light's on. Does that mean it's locked? So I would assume. Is there any other way out?
Do you even know what red is, Snake?
Yeah, because he wasn't blind from birth.
Sometimes I forget the small things, and I need to be reminded.
Yeah, so he can... I imagine he has very good, like, mental, like, imaging. So he can, like, imagine colors.
So he's the fucking opposite of me.
Yeah,
Huh?
no, he could probably rotate, like, 100 cows in his brain simultaneously.
Oh my god, at once?
Yeah.
I wish I wish.
Wow,
I
the
had
funny
that
cows.
power.
I see them all the time. How do you do that? You just do it. Yeah, thanks. 7 cannot rotate a cow in his brain.
Junpei can rotate a cow in his
Yeah,
head.
but it's situational.
But-
It's situational. We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything. So you're telling me that? So you're telling me you shouldn't find it? No. You're telling me that unless we can open this door, yes, we won't be going anywhere.
Well,
Junpei stepped away from the door and looked around the room. The room they were in looked like a bedroom. He figured the room he had originally entered was the living room, or whatever passed or went on the ship. Alright, let's find a way to open this door. Come on, guys.
dream away out. Replace it with a vine.
I get confused by the fucking
Yeah.
layout of this room. Last plate. Those are just suitcases. Nothing aside. Here we go. The safe is locked. It's one of those dial locks. It doesn't have a key. We just need to get the dials in the right place so it'll open. Did you find anything, 7? Nope. How about you, Snake? I also found nothing. I wonder what that is.
Hmm.
It took Junpei by surprise. Snake, usually so calm and collected, suddenly began to move. He stared about the room almost frantically, clearly looking for something. No, Junpei thought, not staring. After all, he's blind. Blind or not, Snake was clearly attempting to do something. Last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity. What are you doing?
What the fuck?
Snake waited a moment for answering. I heard something strange. Something strange? Oh, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious.
Who gives a shit?
I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans. I notice even the slightest noises.
Yeah, who gives a fuck about what the blind guy has to say?
Right, or you tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away? No such a thing would be impossible. However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects. He's a
Yeah,
bat.
that's what I'm saying.
I am living in your walls.
Oh yeah, that's right. Even Clover fell on the big staircase a while ago. You were at her
Live in my
right at her
wall.
side immediately.
Yeah.
So that was yes. I could hear it happening. In fact, I can run quite fast, certainly as fast as you. And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I'm quite confident that I could defeat them. There it is, canon
for you.
that Snake can kick your ass.
I can
Good for
kick your ass.
you.
Junpei was somewhat taken aback by this revelation. He stared at Snake, skeptical. You don't believe me, do you? Care to give me a try? I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it. Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we? With a small, self-satisfied smile, Snake turned and walked away from you. He's like, I can kick your ass, and then just leaves. Fucking, like, Chad
Refuses to
behavior.
elaborate further. Yeah, he's
Like-
he's like he's a land Chad.
Yeah, like, walks into the room, tells you he can kick his ass even though he's blind, doesn't elaborate, leaves.
Checkmate, Rentoid. I know. So honored to have bots and reviews in our
It's totally
Right?
the table with a
our
mirror.
honor.
The vanity, yeah. Yeah, that's why it's called a vanity. They're gonna own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't it strike you as terribly sad? Uh-huh. It's like, uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. I think I actually need to do this room.
I think I
There's a
need
heavy
to
paper folded
take
in half on it.
Oh,
It
good
has
God.
score printed on the front. Score has got to be musical score.
No, I don't want that though. I just want the fucking.
Oh yeah, I need
Whatever.
to fill the thing. I need this. I get it. We gotta use this vase, right? That's pretty clever. We gotta fill this thing with water. What? What are you talking about? Oh man, you don't
Josh,
get it? Just grab that
Josh,
vase and take a look around. You'll figure it out soon enough. Cool. Okay, that's the hallway, so that means... Go. The bathtub is full of water. Is there ash or something in this water? Looks kinda gray. Let's just pull the plug. No, hold on.
It's the Hiroshima woman.
Maybe we could, I don't know, use it for something. Use it for something?
Maybe it's the way you dress.
Maybe.
Gross cloudy water. Yeah. We fill the base tub. The base tub. The base up, then we could toss it. Huh? Not sure what he's saying. Whatever. Let's just get this vase full of water. There's something in the sink's clean. Yeah. Oh, right, the toilet. I forgot about this. It's the toilet. Doesn't seem to be anything in the toilet or the tank.
April Fools, it's a toilet!
I don't.
Funny.
Funny.
Alright, time to put this fire out. About time, buddy. Let's do it. Here we go. Huh, good job. Another success. That fire didn't stand a chance. Alright, I'll just put this out. Pull this out. Don't want to get burned, so let's pull down my sleeves. As Junpei tucked the plate into his pocket, Seven cried out and stumbled, his balance lost. He threw out a hand and caught the wall in time to steady himself and avoid the floor. As his face was flushed and he looked startled. Hey, Seven, what the hell was that? Are you alright?
It's No.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all. Seven rubbed a couple of fingers across his brow and then shook his head, as if to clear it. What the hell's wrong with me? First my memory loss, then I'm getting dizzy for no reason.
Nothing wrong with me. Too.
Memory
Nothing wrong.
loss? If I couldn't hide the surprise in his voice. Seven, for his part, seemed unconcerned. Right, guess I haven't told you, have I? Told the rest of them, but it must have been before you showed up. Well, the long and short of it is that I don't remember Jack from before I woke up. Didn't realize I had told you. Whoa, wait a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right? Well, general amnesia specifically, but yes. Or generalized amnesia. Yeah, I guess so. Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you? If I knew that, I
don't
wouldn't
know.
really be one, would
told
I?
you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Junpei paused for a moment and stared at Seven. Are you telling the truth? Huh? Well, you look pretty calm for someone who doesn't remember anything. You really got amnesia, shouldn't you be, like, upset or confused or something? Well, sure, I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up. But that was a while ago. I've had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble worried about it all the time. After all, why worry about something I can't change? Well, people usually don't stay amnesiacs forever, right? Please say right.
Please.
Please. It's not party time.
For the love of God.
I figured it'll work itself out eventually. That's it? That's it? Alright, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work. Seven gave Junpei a look the younger man wasn't sure how to interpret and turned away. Somehow, though, Junpei didn't find his reassurances very reassuring. Cool.
That was cool.
Things. What's this? This isn't the score. This is a map of the ship. A map.
Um,
A map.
What that looks like.
But that looks like a drawing of my eyes. Yeah, because I keep finding myself getting lost in them.
I keep finding myself getting lost.
There's a map of the ship here? Yeah. Well, I imagine it'll prove very helpful. You best hold on to it, Junpei. Okay.
Okay, and
It's now possible to use the map. I know how to use the map. I know how to use the map.
I have played this game before. Please stop it.
Play this game at least 3 times.
please.
Please stop talking.
Please,
Please.
please, please.
Can you imagine if Sprunk was having to put up this shit?
Oh my God, no, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to. ADHD would fucking.
Oh my God, yeah, he
He wouldn't be able to do the puzzles. I don't know what to do.
it just told you the rules.
I don't get it.
I wasn't listening.
Put the ceramic plate at the bottom, and the glass plates on too. Wait a minute. What's wrong? Well, I put them all on top of each other, but they look odd. Doesn't really look like a song. In all likelihood, we haven't found them all. Oh, wait, there's one more. Fuck. Which one am I missing? I have 3 glass plates and the last brass plate.
I have no talent.
Because I already searched the closet. That's the closet again. Oh, I remember now. I remember now.
I remember.
Pull the plug. Just drain the water. A good plan. There it is. Okay, there we go. Got him.
Why'd you put your hand in the first bathtub? Because I wanted to take a bath.
Alright, yep. Put the music on. Sweet. I can play the music. Junpei, would you be so kind as to play the piano? I am unable to, you see. I'm sure I needn't tell you, but the keys on the piano are not what you might expect them to be. C won't be C, D won't be D, and so forth. You must listen carefully to determine which keys to strike. You understand? Yeah.
No.
Alright, let's give this a shot. That's not C. Or not, no wait, that's not C. That wouldn't even be C anyways. That's C, D, E, F, okay. It's, is it? I can't remember if it's transposed specifically. No, it's...
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, it's this one. I forgot.
Bam, bam. Piano stream.
Keep fucking up.
Can you play Megalovania?
Doo 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 doo.
Actually, I should do that first. It's D. Which one's D? Which one's high D? Are any of these high D? It doesn't go up. Actually can't do it. 'Cause I don't have the notes.
Oh
I don't have the note range.
Damn.
I also can't play it fast enough.
Oh.
There's a delay between I'm allowed to put inputs.
Damn.
shit sucks.
And we're done. Music's not my forte. Wait, what was that noise? Junpei! We did it! Looks like it worked. I heard something unlock over by the exit. Let's go. Good plan.
Come and mop up,
Dead.
boy.
Bell. Be seated. Well, I guess he hasn't forgotten that. At least Snake thinks it's funny.
Funny.
Yes, I suppose that was the classroom bell, wasn't it? I don't imagine that's what Zero is thinking of, however. No, Zero almost certainly meant to suggest Westminster, not middle school. Westminster? The palace in London that plays host these days to the Houses of Parliament. You've heard of Big Ben, the famous clock. It's not Big Ben. It's not the clock tower.
Don't worry about
Big
it.
Ben's the clock itself, isn't it?
It's the bell.
Oh, it's the bell.
The bell inside, yeah. The clock tower is actually called Elizabeth Clock Tower.
Oh.
Although people do generally just refer to the whole structure as Big Ben.
I mean, yeah.
Because what you're hearing is Big Ben. No, you're hearing the bell chime.
Yeah.
Big Ben plays the very collection of notes on the hour. London. Capital of England, huh?
Except for that. Except for
England
that
is
one.
my city. England is my city.
England is my city. Oh, that's an old one.
England is my city.
At any rate, the door is unlocked now. Let's leave this place immediately. Well, actually, not yet. A safe. It's a safe. Safe, huh? The exit's open.
I don't feel very safe.
Yes, strange that we didn't need to open this safe to achieve our goal. Do you think it's important? I wonder what's in there.
Oh, I don't know.
Right, now we go. Alright, let's go. And remember, if you don't do that, you're locked out of this ending. Literally, and it's even worse in this version because you gotta completely restart.
Oh yeah.
The Honor Against
Fuck.
version did add a flowchart, but it's also kind of janky. Like it's clearly like was postly implemented, like it wasn't meant to be there.
Wow.
He came out of the door and into a long straight hallway. He paused for a moment and turned around to look behind him. Seven was bent over, apparently doing something to the door. What's he up to? He spoke more or less himself, but apparently Seven had heard. The larger man stood up and turned to Junpei. I was just putting one of those plates in there. How to keep the door from locking again. Now we can come back here anytime we want, right? Ah, why would we come back here?
I don't know.
Snake was a reasonable one. Seven thought about it for a moment before he answered.
I think it'd be fun.
I bet like to play a little piano. Piano? Well, let's get moving. We aren't out of this yet. Without waiting for an answer, Seven darted off down the hallway. Snake shrugged, sighed, and quietly followed Seven. Ugh. That's a lie, Junpei thought to himself. He had difficulty enough believing Seven could play the piano. But even if he could, the piano they just left was largely useless, the keyboard completely scrambled. If Seven wanted to come back, it was unlikely he intended to do so in order to play the piano. But if that was the case, why would we want to leave the door unlocked? Junpei frowned, took one last look at the door, and then walked toward his companions. After some time in the hallway, they emerged into a larger, more open area.
I'm in jail.
A large metal grate like the door of a jail divided in half. They shook it for a
Good.
while, but as they expected, it did not move. Behind the grate were 2 elevators. From so far away, however, it was difficult to tell if they were still operating. On the left side of the grate was a door. Unfortunately, however, it was locked and refused to open. Junpei took a moment to examine the left side of the room. Next to the wall was a set of stairs leading downward. Standing guard at the top of the hallway was a large iron gate. Foreboding as it was, the gate seemed to be the sort that could be opened, unlike the metal grate that
Never mind. I
bisected
was
the
gonna.
room.
I was gonna say something stupid.
Like what?
Uh-huh.
I was like, don't stairs go up and down? Like, don't stairs go upwards and downwards?
Yes, but
Yes.
these stairs don't have any leading up.
Okay, yeah. That's why I was like, oh.
Yeah, these stairs
stupid.
only lead down, like, for them from their perspective.
Oh, okay.
With luck, Junpei hoped he might be able to get it open.
Junpei.
Oh, thanks, Junpei. Oh, you're welcome, Junpei.
You're welcome, Junpei.
The female symbol? That's Venus.
No, that's Venus.
It's Venus. He wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Snake, naturally, was somewhat more sure. Ah! The Venus symbol, I imagine. Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central stairway?
How could
They
you?
reference many of the solar bodies. Sun, Saturn, Earth, and now Venus. So, as you can see, that one is likely not the woman symbol, but Venus. So I assumed. While they were discussing the symbols, Junpei now realized Seven had slipped away. His absence now felt. Snake and Junpei turned to look for the missing companion. They turned to the left and to head down the hallway, extending to the right of the stairs.
So I looked at it.
Yeah?
We played Virtue's Last Reward.
Virtue's Last.
No, we played Virtue's Last Reward November 2019.
Yeah, because we ended up playing it first, because I just really wanted to play the game at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We played 999 in September 2019, or 20.
No, we definitely played Virtue's Last Reward first. I remember
We
this.
Okay.
played Virtue's Last Reward
because
first.
I just really wanted to play it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I do
I'm like, well,
remember-
it's like we should just do the whole series. I'm like, we really should have done 999 first. But
Yeah,
Yes,
I know. I
distinctly
was.
remember that.
I know I was living at my mom's house for a little bit. When we played it, so I'm just trying to
Blech.
remember that timeline. Anyway.
Junpei grabbed Snake to lead him in the right direction as they both headed off after 7. Before long, the three of them stood in front of a door. It was a French door. Junpei tested the door and realized that, unlike so many others that they'd encountered, it was unlocked. Almost as though he was afraid it would suddenly lock itself, Junpei threw the door open. He stepped inside. It only took a moment for Junpei to take in his new surroundings. Is this some kind of casino? It looks like one. Before Junpei could comment further, a noise from behind made him turn around. Oops.
Blech. Sorry.
Snake was shaking the door they had just come through.
Vomiting in my mouth. Don't worry
As
about it.
Seven and Junpei watched, he threw up his hands in frustration, then kicked the door for good measure.
Hey, that's what I did.
It looked as though they were once again locked
Not
in.
the hands, though.
After you, I thought you were saying after you lit shit on fire.
There was no reason to panic, however. Even if the door had been
I
left
threw-
open, there was
wait,
nowhere for them to go back there.
I don't know.
Hold on, I'm confused.
So am I.
We'd have to find
What?
another way out.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Alright guys, let's split up and search this room. What no dawdling, let's go. Quickly now. Spurred to action by Seven's words, Junpei and Snake began to examine the room. Ba-chicka, ba-chicka. Fine
This
room.
is bomb in my mouth. Don't worry about it.
I was able to extract the Nonary Games version of this game.
Yeah.
But I couldn't, for some reason the tool wouldn't let me re-export it. It just wouldn't work. Wouldn't let me re-export anything. I could get like just about all the assets from it.
Yeah.
5. Except for some backgrounds, like I just couldn't find some specific backgrounds. A playing card. Isn't it one of... Wait, I found this on the counter. It feels like a playing card.
Was my internet died?
Oops.
That's funny.
So now I'm playing the no internet game
That's funny.
with the dinosaur.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's Wait, those 2 lights turned on. I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. What was that? I heard something down there.
The internet knew I was on Pixiv.com doing.
Sick.
Ungodly shit. You're insane.
I need something to occupy my brain when I'm not doing voices.
Club
Uh-huh.
Diamond Heart. Okay. So
Maybe
that's another
enjoy the video game and spending time with your friends.
I can do that and also look up unsightly things on Pixiv.com.
Zorn addict.
Pixiv. It's not even porn!
You're tearing this family apart.
one. The
I wasn't even
seams.
looking at porn.
Well, the seems to be a slot machine.
The scene.
It's back!
There is a slot for coins on the upper left
Oh,
side of the
and that's
face. Perhaps we should put the coins we have recently acquired in there. Yeah. Alright, let's put the coins from that bag in here. What happened? I heard an odd noise. Well, to be honest, I don't know.
Those are dicks.
I pressed some of the buttons and smacked the machine once or twice, but nothing happened. Oh, looks like the coins got stuck. Oh dear.
That's funny.
Alright, let's drop this coin in.
Wait, am I alive?
No, you're not.
Shit.
Oh, can they not hear?
Oops.
Wait, oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh no. And I think I heard something unlocking. Impressive, Junpei.
Oh, are you
You
alive?
appear to be unlocked now. There is something akin to a drawer on the bottom part of the machine, yes? That is the pickup drawer for a dividend. Probably the lock for the drawer got unlocked. Please open it if you would. Okay. Something inside. What is it? Is there something in there? Yeah, a playing card. And this. A key with a Venus symbol on it. Excellent, Junpei. Now I'll be able to open the gate. And we just need to figure out how to get out of this room. Correct. Come on, Junpei, hurry. And he's off.
Hurry the fuck up.
There was a playing card and a Venus key. Better put the key in my pocket for later. As for the card... Phew.
Ow.
Wow, this place is like super amazing. What's this place for? Probably for playing Baccarat. Looks a little off though. Yeah, look at the middle of the table. There's something mounted on it, see?
Maybe we should throw some dice and wait to get 3 6s.
Suddenly, Seven began to speak.
And march off like a fucking psychopath.
Ah, Baccarat. You ever played Junpei? Junpei shook his head. He barely even heard of the game. Alright then, how about I explain the rules to you a bit? See, Baccarat is kind of an unusual game. You've got the banker and the player. The whole point is that you guess which one's gonna win.
It's
And
Monopoly.
whether the banker or the player wins all depends on their hands. The way each hand works is different from other games.
Oh yeah, you guys should never play Monopoly against
Against who?
against me
Oh, against you.
Why?
because
Take 3 hours.
I'll always cheat.
Oh, cheater.
Really?
I'll always take money when people aren't looking.
Well, if we did that in
Hey,
like an online setting, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Then I wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to.
Yeah.
But if I'm sitting in a room with people playing a game of Monopoly, I will always steal money.
Hmm.
Yeah,
that's
it's
capitalism,
listen,
baby.
that's capitalism, baby.
I mean, listen, if first of all,
Just
first
like the
of all,
Parker
cheating-
brothers wanted.
Yeah, first of all, cheating is not against the rules if you don't get caught.
House rules.
Cheating is only against the rules if you're found out that you're cheating.
Alright, anyways, Baccarat.
I fucking love cheating.
Room cheats.
Shroom cheats.
Alright.
I fucking love
So you take the
cheating
number from the
games.
ones place after you add up all the value of your cards. Whoever gets the number closest to 9 wins. If your number is smaller than your opponent's, you lose. And that's
yeah,
it.
also I've been working on this.
Oh, it's June.
There she is.
That's the explanation. Got it.
You know,
Well, actually, there's a lot to it. Strategy, details. But what I just told you
Junez?
sums up the core. Junez.
Did you
That's
say
what I said.
Junez? Okay. Okay.
Love
Did you
this
hear me?
character. The Junez.
My favorite Zeroski character.
What I
Man,
told you
my-
sums up the core game pretty well. The digital sum of the single digit of the sum of all the cards you have. The strongest hand is a 9. The weakest is a 0. You just ignore the number of the 10 spot. You get it?
No, I don't.
no,
But I'll pretend I do.
no.
He hadn't even asked
As long
for
as
it,
one
but
gets
Seven's
it,
explanation, rushed though it had been, was helpful. Although he had only half understood most of it, Junpei now felt as though he had some grasp of how victory was won in Baccarat. However, Junpei had no way of knowing if the puzzle in the Baccarat table in front of them made use of those rules, and if it did, in what way. No problem, he told himself. He would simply have to try everything he'd think of. Feeling more confident, if only slightly, Junpei approached the Baccarat table. Playing card behind the thick case. It's an 8. So we gotta get a 9.
I can't count that high.
It's digital roots. We need 18, I think. 13 plus... Hey, 7, are we really supposed to play Baccarat? It's a Baccarat table, what the hell do we do? Stop worried about it. It's real simple. What's the opponent's hand? Well, there's an 8 in the glass. Alright, then that's your opponent's number. If that's the case, what 3 cards do we need to get that number? 3 cards? There are a couple of indentations with light lines around them. That means we gotta put 3 on 3 cards. So,
Digital roots, dude.
place 3 cards here and defeat the opponent's 8. That's what I gotta do, I guess.
You could do 2, 3, and 4.
No.
No.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think so.
Multiplication.
Something
Heard
tells me
it.
those aren't the only rules. Let's give it a shot. Sorry, I better make sure I've got the rules straight. Indentations. Let's give this a try.
This is penisy, this music.
Alright, if I just put down these 3
Yeah.
cards... Yes! Open for me! Great! You did it, Junpei. Think it's tell us to take the 8? Well, let's grab it.
Way to go, Super Dream.
Let's take the card. It's an 8. Way to go,
Okay.
super shit. It seems the card is attached to the panel. Attached very well, it seems. If you don't mind, what sort of card is this? It's a playing card. The Ace of Spades, in fact. And an 8.
But Ace isn't in the room right now.
Here's the card slot. Looks like we need to put a playing card in here. Alright, let's give it a shot. And in you go! It opened up. It seems we have another device to contend with, yes? There are 3 slots in this one. Let's see. 3 slots for cards. And there's a 9 right below them. That probably means we gotta make 9. Just like we did over at the Buckroad table. Alright, let's give it a shot.
Oh, it's the only 3 we have left.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright, so I put in all the cards we have left in the slots.
Hey,
The web is now. Yes, I did hear something from the exit. Excellent work, Junpei. Wonderful. It seems the exit is unlocked. Let's go. Alright, let's go.
I got really caught off guard.
Yeah.
So, because I'm on my weird, like, Yu-Gi-Oh kick out of nowhere,
Uh-huh.
you know, just like, this is really nice art. I really like it. And then, all of a sudden, Nagito Komaeda.
Junpei's companions ran out of the
I
casino
fucking
into a
see you.
large open room.
That's terrifying.
I see you.
A room, in fact, they had been in once before. There was little surprise for them. There was little to surprise them there. Holy shit.
A little surprise for them.
Yeah.
It's a little
You want a little surprise for them?
Yeah.
You want a little surprise for them?
Is that sad old man?
No, it's
Sad
something
old
better.
Oh, oi, oi, oi.
Oh.
A little surprise for them?
I wanna see. I wanna see. I wanna see.
Oh, Adachi.
Oh!
Bro, he's back.
There's a little surprise for them.
That's a big surprise.
No, he's getting smaller. Oh, he's so fucking tiny.
Oh, you want him tinier?
Yes.
Can you put him on top of the chair?
Yup.
Put him on
there
the
you go.
chair.
Put him in the chair.
Put him in one of the chairs.
There we go.
Put him in the jar.
Put him in the chair. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright, they already knew what their next step had to be.
Oh, that's perfect.
Iron Gate still stood in place, locked tight, blocking the stairway. Oh, well, he is the key. Alright, so sorry, I'm gonna hide Dadachi now. In the center of the gate was the keyhole engraved with the Venus symbol.
Wait, don't I have that game still?
This time, however, Junpei had the Venus key in his pocket.
I do. I still have the visual novel.
Wasting no time, he pulled it out and shoved it into the keyhole. He turned it. With the distinctive sound of metal on metal, he felt the lock click open. Alright, let's get this thing open. No problem. Let me help with this one.
No problem.
Junpei grabbed the handle on the left side and Sam took hold of the handle on the right. On Junpei's signal, they both pushed and the gate creaked open.
Did I open it?
No.
Oh!
It sounds as though you have opened it. We should be able to reach C deck now, I imagine. Snake, are you gonna be alright? I mean, the stairs. Please do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I would be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards. Good to hear. Let's move.
I'm blind, not stupid.
Good to hear you fucking show off.
Oh,
Show off.
I'm stupid.
With Seven's
though.
words, they leapt onto the stairs and jogged quickly down them. In no time at all, they
Wait.
found themselves in C
Does it
deck.
have music? Oh, it has sounds. It has
Junpei
sounds
ran
and
down the
things.
stairs a little farther in hopes of checking on the deck below. When he reached the water, he called back up to 7. Just what I thought. The deck is completely underwater, just like the butt of the central staircase. The surface of the water below them was flat like a mirror. It had not changed too greatly since they had last seen it. Junpei quickly retraced his steps and headed back to the C deck. In front of the stairs were a pair of elevators. They appeared to be identical to the ones from the upper floor. Between them, attached to the wall, was another card reader. Next to... Oh, God. Next to that was another strange symbol. This... Women... Wife bad. Haha,
Shut-
it's hilarious, isn't it?
Shut up.
But...
Wait. Who said
Oh,
that?
woman bad.
Woman bad. That's fucking hilarious, dude. Holy shit, wow.
What murder is? It's not women but bad.
Yeah, no two ways about it. Ha 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 ha.
I
So-
never got in the knowledge.
You're so hilarious, dude.
Seven tussled Junpei's hair in what was likely thought to be a friendly matter. Junpei feared his neck might break, even though it was clear as
it
Seven
should.
had kept his strength in check. Thankfully, Snake interrupted. After Junpei's observation, he had gone over to examine the card reader. This is a mercury symbol.
Yeah.
The marks you mistook for horns are Starlight's version of the wings and staff of Hermes. Wings and staff, huh?
Yeah.
Wow,
Let's
Junpei,
beat
you're
you
so
with the
you're
staff
so
and
fucking
kill you.
hilarious. You know that, dude?
God.
I thought
Sounds like Lotus, all right. Da 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 da. Die.
Die.
Ha 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 ha. Junpei shook
Women, am
Junpei's
I
head
right?
even more vigorously, and the young man began to feel as though his brain was being jostled around inside his skull.
Women.
Women, am I
He
right?
began to feel rather
fellas?
ill. Unless we can activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function. In other words, we gotta find a key card with a mercury symbol on it. I would assume so, yes.
And you should have too if you weren't stupid.
Stupid. They decided to leave the elevators alone for the time being and headed back to the stairs. To the left was the hallway. There were a great many doors lining both sides of the hallway.
Life has many doors, said boy.
As many doors, said boy.
Oh, that's the fucking
They seemed to
Oh my
stretch on
God.
forever, and all three men suddenly felt very small.
How back am I?
Very small?
Very small.
Very...
Yes! Are you bringing him back?
Don't
Oi, oi,
lose
oi.
the... Okay. Very small? No, I'll just put him on... You know what, he can hang out on the like, name tags.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, let him
Yeah,
live
there you
there.
go. Oh shit, we're gonna check... We're gonna have time to check through all of these, are we?
How did Adachi clone himself?
Oh god damn it, I forgot that the name tags move. Whatever. Where can I put him where, like, he won't, like... I don't know.
You should put him on
my
top of the
God, I
text
remember
box.
this.
On top of the text box?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
What the fuck? I remember this.
Put him, like, kind of off kilter. There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, that's perfect. Maybe we can come back here later. Let's check with the other side.
What if I don't want to?
Oh, you know what? That's fine, because it just looks like he's just standing there now.
Yeah. No, it's good.
They turn around and went back to the way they come.
One
ride
of our
this-
best bits yet.
Better than the fucking, like, Steins Gate and, like, whatever the fuck.
Oh, Baba Booey!
The actual Adachi stream.
Oh, the Adachi meltdown.
To the right of
Oh,
the
you're
stairs,
right.
another
That
hallway
one
stretched
was
out,
good.
reaching deep into the bowels of the ship.
Really, 2012?
To the Baba Booey zone.
After a few moments of moving briskly down the hallway, they emerged into an area roughly the same size and shape as the one at the top of the stairs. On the left side of the room were 4 French doors. Well, let's open them up. Gunpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. Oh, that's really menacing when it's just a black screen.
Oh no! It's like
Because his
when,
body's like fading into it.
it's like during the Deathmark stream where I put Adachi on the other side of the elevator door.
Yeah, he's
And then there
looking.
was that one jump scare where you put the flashlight over the door and the
Then
writing
he
that
was
like
there.
spiders
Adachi!
looking at you, and it was Adachi, and it made like this spook noise.
Blech.
Gave it a small tug and felt it move. It was locked. It was unlocked. Though to have found another unlocked door, he threw it open.
seek a way out.
Oh, it revealed Adachi. Junpei didn't know what to make of it.
He didn't know.
Or didn't know what to make of what he saw. Oh, he's on the bed now.
It's a hot steel.
He's jumping on the bed. Hey, he's jumping on the bed.
Yeah.
Good for him. Have fun.
I hope you enjoy yourself, King.
He simply stood, unable to speak. Seven's eyes opened wide and his mouth gaped. For a few long moments, Seven at last managed to speak. Hang on, I gotta move him back to it. Onto the... There we go. Now we're good. Hey, what is this place? A massive room stretched out in front of them. More a cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on Seven and Junpei. He's on the bed. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. They were simply things. They were simple things, little more than pipe and thin mattress. Is this a hospital?
The hop steel.
He had at last been able to put a name to the harsh scent that pervaded the room. The room was full of the clean smell of antiseptic solution. In the center of the room were shelves stacked with medicine and a number of medical devices, the function of which Junpei did not know.
I fucking hate the smell of hospital.
More importantly, however, on the back wall there were
Yeah,
4
it's not
doors.
great.
3 of them were emblazoned with large single-digit numbers made with thick red paint. The door on the left was labeled 3. The second door from the left had no number, but the third had been given a 7. The door on the right bore an 8. No, could be no doubt they were numbered doors. It did strike Junpei as strange, however, that the door between 3 and 7 should be blank. He wondered, could it mean?
That's an add 4 to your add 4 cards to your hand.
Ah.
We're using house rules though,
Mm.
so you gotta
Good.
add.
Let's take a look
You
at those
gotta add
doors.
Gotta add your fucking
Yeah,
liver.
good idea. The 3 of them threaded their way through the beds toward the back of the room. Upon reaching, they proceeded to investigate each door in turn, but to no avail.
How many more times are we gonna hear this sound effect? I get it.
Yep, locked, just like I thought. Naturally. After all, there are rules to the notary game. To allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules.
You know, the video game we are currently playing.
Unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will... Whoa, check this out. Oh yeah, suddenly Seven spoke up, interrupting Snake. Look at the red. There's nothing on it. Huh? No, there's something on it. Something on it.
There he is.
Do you activate?
Look at him. Yes.
Pull the lever!
Absolutely.
Pull it.
Dwayne, I just realized I accidentally messaged you. I didn't mean to.
That's funny.
Okay.
I was wondering why you weren't fucking answering me. And I was like, oh. Because I'm not supposed to message you.
Don't you remember the red back of the main staircase? There wasn't anyone in it, it said vacant on the little screen. Oh yeah, you're right. But this one... There's nothing. Right? You think it's broken? Only one way to find out. So pale.
God. Whoa, a white guy.
White man jump scare. Junpei and the others put their hands on the panel, but nothing happened. The red refused to change. They tried pulling the lever, still nothing. As soon as they discovered it wasn't only the red on door 8 that seemed to be malfunctioning. The red on door 7 and 3, none of them worked. What, I wonder, did it mean? Gotta be broken. They're the best. I
broken,
think
dude.
Zero is the kind of guy that would screw around with something like this.
Broken Dream.
Whoa. Zero's been prepared for everything so far. You're saying he's going to make a mistake now? Well, that's the only thing I can think of.
I think it'd be funny.
Yeah, we're dead. While Junpei and Seven talked, Snake busied himself with examining the red. After a time, he lowered his hand and spoke.
I feel
It
like I'm
seems
the only
that some of the internal hardware has been removed.
I feel like I'm the only person who does anything around here.
Internal hardware? That is what I said. Take a look at the underside of the red, if you please.
Did I fucking stutter?
Junpei obliged and bent over to look at the underside of the device. A long, thin slit ran along the bottom of it. He looked harder and realized it was more of a slot than a slit, and it was clearly meant to accommodate some manner of electronic device. The other two reds were the same. Something had clearly been removed from all three of them. I get it. Well, the reds aren't working because someone pulled out their guts. So I assume. But why? And who? I mean, it doesn't really make sense. I have no idea. Why on earth would I know something like that?
Why are you asking me?
Just then,
You're the genius around
they
here,
heard the
aren't you?
sound. They heard the sound of a door opening. The three of them turned and saw Akane. Oh no,
Hi.
Junpei thought it's June.
Hey!
I mean, wait, what?
Did you miss me?
Did I say June? I was surprised about myself.
Guess who's back?
She brought him
I
something.
know you missed me.
She brought him something.
Have a
Yeah.
friend. Have a friend.
Emotional support, Adachi.
Yeah. You think Adachi's a therapist?
Well,
Oh,
this Adachi is. Actual Adachi, no.
Yeah, like,
that one is.
I want to call him Stout Adachi.
He's
Stout
little
Adachi.
man Adachi.
Okay, yes, little man
He's
Adachi.
just a little dude.
Yeah, a fella.
He stopped short,
Anyway.
surprised to see them, and was very nearly bowled over by the rest of her companions who were coming through the door behind her. Ace, Santa, Clover, and Lotus all poured out the door, each of them as surprised as the last to see Junpei, Snake, and Seven.
Hi.
Junpei and Seven were, for the moment, at a loss for words. What are you guys doing? What are you...
I don't know.
After a moment of silence, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperate to exchange information.
Oh my god, finally, Shroom and Dwayne can talk.
They talked about the rooms they'd been through and how they'd ended up in the same place. Of course, none of it was very useful information that hardly mattered. They were happy to simply see one another again.
Snake, I missed
The
you.
level of cheer varied greatly from person to person. Each one of them was wearing some manner of smile. Almost as though they had already forgotten about the death of the ninth man.
I've forgotten about the death of the Ninth Man because I don't give a shit.
No, but, thought Junpei perhaps it wasn't. His thoughts of his death were what drove them to smile at one another. Not in a morbid or hateful way, no, the ninth man had died. But they were still alive. And it was something to be happy about. Yeah?
Oh my god, I missed you, Snake. I mean, everyone.
I mean, you know, whatever.
Whatever.
A sort of simple and complicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. Still alive. That's a Portal song.
I.
Yeah?
What happened to my brain?
Yeah?
I don't know.
He felt very sorry for the ninth man. But more
I
than
was
anything,
about to-
Junpei was happy to be alive. Yeah?
I was about to try to start singing Stay Alive, and then Still Alive, and my brain stopped.
Oops.
Just
Forgot the
like
lyrics.
No, I didn't forget the lyrics. My brain literally stopped.
Short circuited.
Oh, I short circuit.
This is bad, though. If the red isn't working, we can't keep going.
What about
It's
the big
funny,
hallway?
though.
Maybe there's somewhere in there we might be able to go.
No, there's nothing there.
Finally, Dwayne.
Wow, I get to use my words. The 5 of us had a quick look. There were a great many rooms, although none of them appeared to have held patients for quite some time.
Patience. You made all those doors for hospital rooms?
I'm losing my fucking patience with you guys.
Man, sorry. We're here.
Whoa, mamma mia, cunt.
Woo!
Yes.
Wait, I have an idea.
What are you doing?
I said alt.
Where is he going? Sad old man.
I can adjust it a little bit better. Oh, yes. Yes, it's perfect.
Oh my god, he's in his pocket.
How did he get there?
Oh, he's just a little guy. That's how. Oh my god, it's perfect. That is so fucking funny. He brought a friend. Brought a pal.
Apparently, they have a number of individual rooms in addition to this large central room.
There's a dirt guy at the end of the hallway too, but it was locked.
It still kind of works.
And one of those solar system
It was the Jupiter symbol.
Didn't they nerf
Also-
Jupiter?
Okay, now it doesn't work anymore. I'm gonna put it back.
Oh, so it was a curvy 4.
There you go. Jupiter.
I wonder what it means.
Isn't that the planetarium item that just makes you
Confusion
fart?
seemed to be the consensus. That reminds me, what's the deal with this big room anyway?
What, isn't it?
What is this thing?
It is.
What?
Okay.
What?
But I think
the
Dwayne.
the planetarium item that makes you like fart your
Yeah,
cock out.
it's the mega fart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giga shit per mega fart.
It could be better.
Didn't they nerf it?
Why would they nerf it?
They made it like worse somehow. I can't remember how, but I know
Oh.
it did.
It's only like 3 like planetarium items I'm like honestly that excited about.
Yeah.
It's Terra, Neptunus, and Uranus, and even Neptunus is a little sometimes.
I like Saturn.
Oh yeah,
I
I forgot
love-
about Saturn, honestly.
I'll
You're right.
always pick up Saturn.
Saturn is
Luna's
instant.
also good, but I don't know.
I like Luna a lot, especially if I have
like Luna.
I like Luna, it's good.
No, Luna
like-
is good. It's just I don't know. I would be
I
more
like-
excited. There's more items than excited.
It's not bad.
I
Yeah,
especially
I just
like
feel like so many of the planetariums are a little mid.
I remember I got Venus once.
Like just sometimes like they're not like worth the amount of like treasure rooms you have to skip to get
Mhm.
one to appear sometimes.
The music is worth it for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just like pause my
Oh
game.
yeah, I
and
remember
sit-
one time I saw
Very
on the
improve it.
workshop there was a music mod to replace it with Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys. Anyways, yeah, confusion to the consensus. No one, not even Snake, appeared ready to offer an answer until 7 unexpectedly spoke up.
I actually
I bet
don't
it's a
know.
hospital ship. In fact, it's probably the gigantic. The what?
The what?
The what?
The what?
The gigantic? Oh, good, you're making shit up. Junpei looked at 7, shocked by both his knowledge and the apparent identity of their prison. He was not the only one.
What's the gigantic?
Not
Are
real.
you the fucking
7
stupid?
nodded to Lotus and began to speak. The gigantic.
It was the Titanic.
Explained that she had been a sister ship to the Titanic built in the early 20th century. The Titanic had 2 sister ships who were identical to one another in nearly every aspect. The gigantic was said to be one of them.
And the other was the other was like the impressive.
Oh, that's really ominous. This
Oh.
music with just Adachi and a blanks.
Oh no!
She was initially intended to be a passenger liner like the Titanic, but soon after the ship was launched, the First World War began, and she pressed into duty by the British Navy as a hospital ship. Oh, yes. God. It's like the what do you call it? The figurehead? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometime
fly.
sometime later, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea.
I'm flying Dojima. Good vegetable.
Great vegetables.
Great vegetable.
He managed to run aground after the incident and consequently was not sunk. What then happened to
You
the
guys
Gigantic after a
know
fateful
that?
encounter in the Aegean Sea?
What?
One theory ran that a man named Lord Gordain purchased her.
You guys ever pillow pets?
Yes. Why are you
I just-
bringing them up? What?
Oh,
because
Shrek. Huh.
You know?
Guys, I never brought back the other sister ship later in this.
Yeah, well, who cares?
The.
Not important.
If I can't have the Miku automaton, you at least let me keep the Shrek pillow pet during sex.
Fine.
You're the best.
He's got a watch.
He's got. I just like to watch you.
Right. Lord Gordain, it seemed, had been one of the few survivors of the Titanic tragedy, and the trauma had turned him into an obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic. As his obsession deepened, he began to desire the Titanic itself. That, of course, wasn't possible. The Titanic lay at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. The Gigantic, however, had not suffered such a dire fate, and she was identical to her sister ship.
Sometimes I think about the fact that one day the Titanic is gonna disintegrate in the ocean, and then people are gonna say that the Titanic never existed, and it's.
I mean, it's already in that state. It's been rusting and decaying for a century, over a century.
Right, but once it completely disappears, they're gonna be.
I'm sure there's people already saying that.
Yeah, it's like they're Titanic.
You don't need you don't need tangible proof of something to exist for people to say it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
We've already seen that.
Yeah.
Okay, and as she was identical to her sister ship, she caught Lord Gordain's eye. So you're saying this Lord Gordain bought this ship? Yeah. At least I think I am.
Did I stutter? That's impossible! No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years. Can't count that high.
Pipe down. Just pay attention.
I gotta move Adachi back.
Shut the fuck up. God, you
What?
fucking.
That's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Wow.
Proof that this ship is the real Gigantic.
Well, the ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So I just figured.
Oh, for God's sake, don't tell me that's your only reason.
No, I got more.
Just facts and logic.
Like?
Someone looking around
okay.
desperately, doing anything to avoid Mimosa's piercing stare. He scratched his head for
And
a
her
moment and gave
titties.
up.
And.
Finally, he opened his mouth. I don't know.
Great.
I'm an
Cool.
amnesiac, don't believe me.
I love bullying.
Hey, Lotus shied and shook her head.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
No, sorry.
Butch Hartman drew Miku!
What? That's an abomination.
Uh-oh.
Almost as if to
That's
save them
really
from
bad.
further embarrassments.
Oh.
It's awful.
Oh,
That's
no.
awful.
Oh my god.
It doesn't even look right. But Butch Hartman can't draw.
That's no.
Nope, he
He
can't.
never could.
He's only gotten worse.
The bell began to ring from far away. It sounded as though
It's
it
the
was,
fucking
it was a
it's the
clock
fucking,
at the main stairway. Junpei counted each chime carefully. 10.
It's like the fucking Ouya's
11,
fault. Or whatever it was he
12.
did with the Christian TV service.
I'm gonna delete it because I don't want to look at it anymore.
Fucking Ouya. What's wrong?
It's midnight. Then we still got 6 more hours left, right?
Past my bedtime.
Let's get moving. We gotta find that hardware the Reds are missing.
Hey.
Oh, really? That's all well and good, but where are we going to look? I forgot. I was distracted.
I forgot.
We've already searched the
Right.
big patient room. They had been examining the room as they talked, but we haven't found anything.
Right.
There's only
Uh-huh.
one thing left to do.
Uh-huh. Just one.
Well, not just one.
Titties. Wait a minute.
God, what is your problem?
I'm gay.
Stop it.
No! Are you telling me we have to search all of these rooms?
Tell me you should fry this rice. Well, you already checked some of them out before you came, right?
We each checked a single room.
Why was it gonna fucking KG
When did
Shinogi?
Katie get here?
What the
Sorry. I don't know how my voice is.
I think it was because the last voice I did, and I just kind of like, oh yeah, that's the voice. Like,
Dude.
Anyways. Everything total. Yeah.
Whoa!
Thanks, Miku. Alright then, that's 5 rooms we don't have a search. We split up, it won't be that bad. Each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms
Wait.
cleared in no time.
oh no, I need to like turn this
Oh,
off. and
wait
put
a
it on the other
minute.
side of the room, or I'm gonna
Wait a
like
minute.
constantly play it. What?
I didn't see when it was posted
When was it posted?
today.
No.
The signature doesn't say Butch Hartman, it says bitch.
That's funny.
Damn it!
I mean, the problem is it's too believable.
Yeah, it's rude.
'Cause it actually looks
damn
like
it.
something he would draw now.
Man.
48?
You got, bitch.
48 other rooms.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Let's not seem excited by the prospect. Them fidgeted nervously before responding. Maybe. In discussion, the 8 of them decided which rooms to begin with and which order they would go. It was chosen to search the rooms on the starboard side, moving from fore to aft.
What?
Determine when they would return to report their findings the next time the clock sounded. When it did, they would meet back in the large central room full of... I almost said full of Beppies.
Full of
Betties.
bitches.
If during the search any of them were to locate the missing components, they were to yell for the others. If the strategy failed, they returned to discuss their options later. The details decided, they left to begin the search. Out in the hallway they went, each to the rooms they'd been assigned. However,
However,
I was gonna say we should stop soon.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I think this is a good place.
however, find out next time. Jeep.
Do we want to keep streaming the game? Do we want to stream the game to completion?
We're already doing Arceus and Therapist or Pack.
Alright.
I think this might have just been a funny for the time being.
I think we should come back.
At some point, yeah.
Cool, alright. Well then, that's it.
Yay!
Stream is over.
We got absolutely ownalized. Checkmate.
What will happen?
liberal.
Actually, if you're watching this stream, you probably already know what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still fun though.
At some point, we'll get back to Arceus. but
Yeah, we'll get back to our games.
Therapist or Pass has kind of made my brain rot. So
At some point, we're also
we are
going
gonna
to
stream Your Turn to
actually
Die.
do.
Eventually.
that's-
Eventually.
If that one is not,
That's not a
that one
joke.
is, that one's not a joke.
Yeah.
It's actually going to happen. It's officially midnight in my time zone, which means April Fool's is over. We are doing Your Turn to Die still.
Alright.
All right. Good night,
Good
everyone.
night, everyone. Good night.
Bye. We love you.